Hello, Durud and Shalom. We be live.
Welcome back, everybody. The breaking news that we have for today is that Donald Trump has wanted an apology from the Islamic Republic, and we're going to give you our thoughts on that. Is the apology going to happen? Because they have until, I think, another hour or so to issue this apology, and or an hour or two, and then who knows what might happen. He said that they're going to get hit pretty hard. At least he alluded to it. So we'll see if that happens. If it does, it happens right on our stream live for you guys. There's already been a couple of drones that have flown really close to the Islamic Republic. Some people think that they even flown inside the Islamic Republic because anti-air defense got activated over Isfahan, and multiple people claim that a Reaper drone was seen over the city of Isfahan. So are these threats? Are they going to be backed up? Let's figure this out. What we do know,
President Trump said that they have until when?
They said they have until today, until Saturday, to issue an apology. And it's already past midnight Iran time. So we're assuming he means 24 hours before until the end, when he said that statement, which should be an hour or two from now. So we'll potentially get to see the consequences of it. But I wanted to tell you, I don't think he's going to do anything. I don't think the U.S. is going to do anything if this 24 hours notice is given up. And the reason for that is because the U.S. only cares about the ships, if they get hit or not. As long as the Islamic Republic doesn't hit any ships, the U.S. shouldn't really care if they issue an apology or not. Now, I understand why they want the apology. They want the ships to feel safer to go. But what do you think about that?
I think I think they do want to. Well, it's not just an apology; it's a public guarantee that the ships are not going to get hit. So they want the Islamic Republic to say publicly what they're saying on the phones to the Americans, but because of them, when it comes to them, when they're talking to the Americans, they're like, okay, we won't do this. Yes, please don't kill us. And then they go publicly and say like, "F the Americans," and then bomb the ships. So the Islamic Republic has privately told President Trump, according to President Trump, is that they privately tell President Trump, "Sorry, this is not us. These are some rogue elements within the Islamic Republic." But President Trump is like, "Okay, that's not good enough. If you guys are gonna, what you're telling me privately, you need to say to the whole world." And I think the reason why that's very important, I'm not saying he's gonna, whether or not he's gonna do something in the next hours or so. I hope he does. But the reason why that's important for the safety of the ships is because it makes it official, right? Because right now, whether the people who are attacking the ships from the Islamic Republic, they're doing it at the direction of Ghalibaf or their separate rogue elements, the order is coming from Tehran, right? It's not, it is at the high levels that something like this would be happening, right? So that is because it's having this vague position of what is the official position of the Islamic Republic allows the Islamic Republic to Jekyll and Hyde this thing. You know what I mean? But if you come out and say this is the position of the Islamic Republic, then if then the ships get attacked, then that will demonstrate a clear civil war to the world and to the people inside Iran. Right now, they could pretend that there's some sort of a unity because there's no the vagueness that is the position of the Islamic Republic. They tell the Americans that we won't do it, and then they do it. There's a division happening here. But if you come and publicly say, yeah, we're not going to attack any ships, and then you do it, then how do you justify this internally, right? How do you justify this internally? Because then everybody within the Islamic Republic could say like, oh, okay, we're actually at war with each other, right? But the problem is that the ask that President Trump is too much of an ask for Ghalibaf, unless they make Pezeshkian do it. They're coming out and officially saying like, yes, we're not going to attack any ships. It's a huge capitulation to the Americans, which is very hard to sell internally, right? But also President Trump escalating the war to Operation Epic Fury levels is a very hard ask for President Trump because, oil reserves are too low right now globally. The reason why Operation Epic Fury was possible is that everybody had a lot of oil reserves, and they could tap into their oil reserves, and that's why oil prices never got to $200 and $300. Right now, everybody's used a lot of their oil reserves, and now we don't have the same ability to do something like that yet. Again, what might, like, the most that could happen is to escalate militarily to a mid-level tension. If the ceasefire, if the level of kinetic operation during the ceasefire was low level, Epifury was high level, maybe something in between, or maybe nothing at all. But yeah.
So you're right that the Islamic Republic doesn't fear engagement; they just fear escalation. And every time we escalate, they seem to come back to the drawing table, to the negotiating table. I keep calling it that. Negotiating table, and say, "Well, do whatever you want, United States. Just don't keep escalating." And then somehow they're believed and escalation goes back down, and then they hit ships again. And while I completely agree with you, and I hope with my whole heart that they do force an apology at the Islamic Republic, and that shows the world the civil war, there's more dissent within, humiliation. It seems like the US could also, the alternate path is that the US also just is okay with the Islamic Republic neither giving an apology nor a public statement as long as they don't hit ships, which is exactly the same private promises that they've gotten 10 times before and has never worked. Based on the track record, that's what I'm leaning more towards. And I wish that you're right, and we'll find out very soon.
Yeah. I mean, they might not get any public statement that they're not going to attack any ships, but if they did get any public statement that they're not going to attack the ships, that would put pressure. The reason why that actually is important for the ships going through, because that would put pressure on the elements of the Islamic Republic that have been attacking a ship, that, guys, this is now our official position. So now if you attack ships, you're attacking the Islamic Republic, right? So this will be an obstacle. So imagine if you're part of the IRGC and it says, screw it, I'm going to keep attacking the ships. Now, if the Islamic Republic officially and publicly tells the world that we're not going to attack any ships, any IRGC element that attacks the ships, it's also attacking the Islamic Republic. So this is the IRGC declaring war with the Islamic Republic if they do that. And that they might not want to do that. And that's why this would be an obstacle in their way.
Yep, you're absolutely correct. So what do we know so far? We know that the foreign minister of the Islamic Republic went to Oman today, and they met, and they have talked about a couple things. They have talked about, hey, first of all, Adolf from the Islamic Republic is like, guys, are you sure you want to work with the Americans and have a southern strait in the Strait of Hormuz? Like, are you sure you don't want to work with us, the Islamic Republic, instead? And the Omanis were like, yeah, no, we're pretty sure we don't want to fully work with you guys, but we propose this. Why don't we just, God, that's so annoying. Why don't we just make a 2-lane proposal? So the Omanis gave this proposal. They're like, hey, let's manage the Strait of Hormuz onto 2 separate routes. You have your own, and we have our own. Once again, it seems like we're going in a massive circle. This was literally the status quo until, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, or at least it was supposed to be the status quo. Looks like we're going back to it. So based off of this, I'm thinking that if the Omanis got told this, they got told to say this by the United States, okay, the U.S. just kind of wants to go back to, we have the southern side of the strait, which is over here. The Omani side, ships can go through here, but then ships can also go through there if they want to coordinate with the IRGC. The only difference is if they get that public statement soon, every ship can go down here, which they prefer to do under the safety of the United States, and not have to worry about anything. And that would be a massive guarantee that we could hopefully get soon. The proposal that we saw, though, is not very encouraging. So what happened when Al-Shi came back? So hardline influencer Ali Olhaki. So this guy is a Islamic Republic hardline influencer. So let's see his stance on this. He said, when he came back today from Oman, it was supposed to be that his trip made it so that there's 2 lanes, and then Ghalibaf and Vance would, negotiate directly again, and then everything's good, and yeah, we're back to the MOU. Everything's peachy, which is interesting for a hardliner to say that. So it seems like both sides, from what we know of so far, Oman and the Islamic Republic, or at least this one guy, I'm assuming he's a member of parliament, is saying, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's just go back. Each side can have their own lane. That's fine. What do you think? Do you think the U.S. is okay with that? Do you think there's maybe a lot more that the U.S. is going to be looking for here? Or do they want more straight management? Do they want to push the nuclear talks more?
So here's what I do know. The Islamic Republic cannot, even Ghalibaf, I'm not talking about the ones that are against the ceasefire MOU people. The Islamic Republic as a whole, including the suits, including the Ghalibaf camp, cannot afford to let go of the Strait of Hormuz. They cannot, right? And here's also what I know. The United States cannot afford to let the Islamic Republic have the Strait of Hormuz. Okay? Do you know what this means, Ellie? Endless conflict until the end of the Islamic Republic. This is, and it makes sense for both sides to not want to let this go. It's not about a want, it's about can't. The Islamic Republic can't let go of the Strait of Hormuz. This is a huge leverage that they have, and they don't have much left, right? Especially now, because originally it ended up not being that much of a leverage, because we saw how much countries had enough, in their oil reserves. So originally, when they shut it down, it didn't have that much of an impact. But right now, this is their main leverage right now, because they know how much this could help them, when it comes to a deterrence capability. They don't have much going for them, so it would be suicidal to let go of this, right? Within the MOU, the way they wrote it was that the Islamic Republic would be managing the traffic. But then what happened in the Strait of Hormuz, like they would be in charge of like making sure everything goes smoothly. But then the Islamic Republic's understanding was like, okay, this is the usual, is that people go from the northern part of the Strait of Hormuz in, and they go from the southern parts of the Strait of Hormuz out, like they always do, right? So they're like, okay, that's how we do it, right? And then the United States came in, and they were like, how about we make everybody go in and out of the Strait of Hormuz at the lower part of the Strait of Hormuz, both at the Omani waterway. And then the Islamic Republic came out, like, what the hell? Like, no, right? Like, that's not what because that would be a huge disadvantage to the Islamic Republic. They were hoping that they could keep this, right? So that's why they're so angry and shooting at ships. And then the US is saying the Islamic Republic is violating the MOU because they're shooting at ships. But then the Islamic Republic are like, no, you're violating the MOU, because why is everybody going down there? This is like a two-way street. So you go down up here and then you go down that way, right? You're violating the MOU. But then people are saying, where does it say in the MOU that people have to, like, there's nothing in the MOU that says that this is how the traffic should flow. So no, that's not a violation of the MOU. But then the Islamic Republic says, like, no, this is a violation of the MOU, because the MOU says that I'm going to be the guarantor of like the traffic flow, and I say this is how you do it, right? So that's the disagreement. But the thing is that the MOU is actually very, very vague. If you read it, it's very vague. There's nothing. This is not like obviously. Yeah, this is why we told you guys from the beginning not to take the MOU very seriously, because it doesn't do anything, and you can see right now it's not doing anything, right?
Yep. So do you think the Islamic Republic will actually start talking about the nuclear just to draw attention away from the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah. I mean, they're not talking about the nuclear. They're moving away from the direction that we're supposed to be heading when it comes to making a deal, right? We're moving farther away from it. Like, like the MOU was supposed to get us closer to a deal. It's actually making us move away farther away from a deal every day.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So what we know is, as Armin said, neither side is willing to let the other one have the Strait of Hormuz. It's a big piece of leverage. And nuclear talks haven't been going anywhere. So actually, what were all the bombardments for this week? Other than the preparation for a potential ground invasion and preparing that operation out, what did it do politically? I mean,
it could be a preparation for a ground invasion, or creating the perception of preparation for a ground invasion. So you get the Islamic Republic coming to the table and saying, please, please, please. It could be that. That's right.
it could be. I'm leaning more towards if the Boxer arrives, it's more of a I will do something rather than I might do something. I'm really believing that the Boxer is not just for show or threats. It would be a dangerous precedent to set.
It could be both, because here's the thing. At some point, here's what we know, okay? At some point, we're going to go back to war, like full scale, like epic, the third war is going to happen, right? The question is, what are we doing in the between? Like when that will happen, and what are we doing in between? Right? So this is it seems inevitable that at least the Islamic Republic is treating it as inevitable. Like the understanding of the Islamic Republic is that the Americans are going to attack at some point. They're just trying to figure out when and how to respond to it. Like when I say attack, I'm not talking about like mini scale boom booms in southern Iran, like a full scale. Yeah.
It's frustrating. If I don't see some sort of real hard punch to the Islamic Republic in some sort of way. Now, okay, what I do believe is that Trump is going to apply political, military, and economic pressure all at once. But are any one of these on itself going to be enough so that these mullahs understand? And even if they understand, can they carry out? These are the questions that I'm trying to figure out at the moment. And I think we get more information when Trump does a big move rather than all these smaller moves put together. We get a little bit more of his stance there. He came out at the Turkey summit and he was saying all those things. Like he was very, very angry. But after those limited heavy bombardments a couple of days ago, that's been really it. It's hey, apologize, I guess, apologize, and if you don't, then we'll do something, maybe.
So here's what I would do if I was Ghalibaf. Okay, I would like what I would try to do is to show how useful I am. Okay, so I would President Trump will come out and say, like, listen, what the hell? We make a deal, then we hang up the call, and then you keep shooting at my ships, and then you go on TV and you say the opposite of everything else we discussed. And then if I'm Ghalibaf, I'm like, yeah, I know. Okay, listen. Have I not delivered? Have I not resulted in this person and that person being killed? Have I not delivered to you those tankers? Have I not done this? Have I not sold that person? Have I not weakened that IRGC over here and there? Okay, but here's the thing: I don't know what to do. I cannot stop everybody. And then if I'm Trump, I'm gonna be like, how do I know that you're actually trying to stop them? What if you're in on it, right? And then Ghalibaf is saying like, listen, I'll tell you who's doing it. You go kill them. How about that? In the next round, I'll tell you exactly who you need to take out. And then if I'm Trump, like you're just using me to take out your competition. And then if I'm Ghalibaf now, like, yes, but my competition is also the people that are being annoying to you, right? Okay. You have your intelligence here. You know who I'm like, they're actually doing this, right? So this is the conversation that I think they're trying. Yeah, I mean, not this directly, but this is what they're trying to make the Americans, believe. And Ghalibaf is actually winning internally within the Islamic Republic, right? And he has been able to make the aggression towards United States and Israel die down a bit. And I have evidence for it, by the way. I mean, not the aggression, the whole revenge seeking, right? Narrative that we need to do something. He has been able to make that die down. So the Americans do see he has this use case. So if I'm Ghalibaf, what I would try to do is, if there's the third war is about to come, I need to be spared, right? Like, I need to be spared. I need to get bombed in a way that is not too obvious, right? Like, what I want from the Americans is to get the Israelis to bomb my bunker. Okay, do not like spare my bunker, because if you spare my bunker, everybody's going like, okay, you're a goddamn spy. Like, why didn't they take you? I need you to take out my bunker in a way that it doesn't kill me, right? Bomb it slightly, just love tap my bunker, right? Just slap my bunker a little bit, just like a ouchie, but not like a completely full destruct, just so that you could tell that you tried, right? The Ahmadinejad treatment that they did with Ahmadinejad, right? So remember the Ahmadinejad, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's what I want from the Americans and Israelis to do. And this is the game that they're playing. This is the game the Ghalibaf needs to show to the Americans somehow that the people who are attacking the ships are not him. And he's trying to control them, but he can't. I mean, it's an easy sell, by the way, because there are people within the IRGC who would be completely eliminated if this negotiation goes through. Like, their entire business model will go out the window, and they will be wiped out if the MOU gets, if the ceasefire, if the negotiations get to anywhere serious.
And Trump can also eliminate Ghalibaf whenever he wants.
Yes, but Ghalibaf and Ghalibaf knows that, and Ghalibaf is trying to be useful to the Americans so that he doesn't get taken out. So he has to prove his worth.
Yeah. So when Trump says, "Hey, you just want to use me to get rid of your competition," Ghalibaf, in addition to what you said, is also like, "Hey, well, you can. I mean, they're also your competition. They're getting in your way, but you can take me out whenever you want to, and I'm going to survive, and I'll be so useful to you, like you're saying, that I stay. I somehow stay." That would be a disaster scenario for the Iranian people, because then if he gets support and stays and all of that, but we already run through that, and there's a lot of work that he has to do to get even close to that. So yeah, but for now,
by the way, whenever you have time, I do have some reasons to believe who the next supreme leader is going to be after Mujtaba, like they're pushing for.
Okay, interesting.
I think there's a plan to go to the fourth supreme leader pretty soon.
Wait,
at least
does the last name start with a K?
Yes.
Oh no.
Why?
Is it Khomeini's grandson?
Yes.
Oh man. See, that's what I thought too. Isn't that weird that we thought that?
Yeah.
Has anyone I haven't seen anyone talk about that, by the way. It's actually strange that me and you thought that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, yeah, let's get through a couple more things before you guys find out who the new supreme leader is going to be. So, yesterday we heard that Scott Bessent has placed some new sanctions. Wait, what?
No, Leo was saying, is he also gay? I just made me laugh.
Probably. Seems to run in there. So we saw Scott Bessent put some new sanctions, but he put sanctions on the supreme leader's inner circle. He put it on the people who run Mojtaba's global empire and generally the supreme leader's office, people in there. And we saw that Prince Reza Pahlavi actually very much liked this, saying, thank you, Secretary Scott Bessent. This is the right approach and reflects maximum support for the people of Iran. Remember, Scott Bessent did say that we're holding this money for the Iranian people. And as he's been saying, Prince Reza Pahlavi is saying the regime has not changed. As long as the regime remains in power, it will continue to wage war and sponsor terrorism. Largely, I believe, from what I've interpreted, is that the stance of Prince Reza Pahlavi's team is that it doesn't matter if you differentiate between the hardliners and the moderates. Doesn't matter if Ghalibaf can't control some people in the IRGC who shoot rockets or not. They're all in on it together, in the sense that if they need to unite against the Iranian people, they will. Doesn't matter then if there's differences between them or not. And the worst case scenario would be one of these so-called moderate groups getting any sort of relief and promises to stay there in the future, reforming and holding on to power there. And I actually had Khomeini's grandson here ready for you guys as well. So I don't know if you saw this, but he said, anyone who, so this is him, guys. I'll play it without audio once I'm going to say something. This is Khomeini's grandson, the first supreme leader's grandson. And they kind of want him to be the next, it might be happening. This guy is, oh my God.
Guys, just to be clear, that's our hypothesis. There's nothing there's nobody saying that, okay? But go on, Ali.
And he just said in the beginning part of the video, for those of you who could speak Farsi, listen up.
هر کس بخواهد مذاکره کند برای اینکه با صلح به امریکا برسد این خائن است.
So whenever you hear Allah Akbar and they go to the crowd afterwards, know that they said something really important. So this guy's stance, Khomeini's grandson, is that whoever negotiates with the Americans is a traitor. What do you interpret that as?
Nope, that's not what he said.
What do you mean?
What do you think? Okay, so he's saying this against Ghalibaf? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
No, I mean, like, that's what he said, but how do you interpret it?
Okay. But based on your translation that you made, is your interpretation that this is against Ghalibaf? It's okay.
No, I actually think it's a redirection, actually.
So play it again. He doesn't say there's an important. Okay, this is actually Ali. You know, this is something that I mentioned on the Persian channel, and everybody realized that I figured out what this guy is doing, and nobody else got it, right? Every single other analyst on the Persian side, they got this wrong. And then I decoded what he was saying in the Persian chat, and people were like, whoa, you're right, Armin. Play it again.
Okay, wait, let me listen to this again.
هر کس بخواهد مذاکره کند برای اینکه با صلح به امریکا برسد این خائن است.
Whoever who wants to negotiate with the United States to reach peace is a traitor.
Yes. So this is a sneaky, and the people in the crowd do not realize what he's doing. Okay. But he's saying this is a defense of Ghalibaf. He's acting like he's against the negotiations, but this is a defense of Ghalibaf. He's saying whoever negotiates with the Americans with the intention of making peace with the Americans is a traitor. So what he's saying is that not all you're not a traitor simply because you're negotiating with the Americans. It is possible for you to negotiate with the Americans and not be a traitor, as long as your intention is not to make peace with the Americans. He's providing a room for certain negotiations with the Americans to be okay. This is making room for Ghalibaf's negotiations with the Americans to be justified and okay.
Which also means forget about revenge. We can negotiate with them for other things, but you know, we're gonna fight them, guys. Just eventually, we'll fight them. We'll never negotiate for peace, but
he's
right
not saying that
now,
yet, but he does.
yeah.
He's not saying that yet, but he does say it in the other parts.
Show
So
us.
maybe in the rest of it, he does actually say that. But guys, did you guys understand what's happening here? He's all like, yeah, revenge, like, but he's in between lines. He's leaving rooms for negotiations, right? like at this Texas thing, is that like third degree Dirk belt? Yes. Yes. Guys, let me tell you, this is why you come here, because not only nobody in English speaking media decoded this man, nobody in Persian speaking media also decoded this man. I listened to all the analysts. None of them got this. Okay. Maybe you want to continue. Yeah.
You know, also they haven't really been following what the Paidaris are doing and how they're going under the wing of Ghalibaf as well. I haven't been hearing that, because the Paidaris appeal to the. I mean, you guys see the people here. These type of people, these are the Durkas, right? They're so, what you may call it, hard line, death to America, no matter what. And he's telling them, you know, hold off on the death to America thing for. I'm interpreting this way. He didn't literally say that, but
he's not saying that. Yeah.
He's saying, for now, we can negotiate, but not for peace. We'll negotiate for other things. We'll fight them later in the future.
Right. But he's not saying it directly, because if he says,
Yeah.
guys, if these people come out and say, let's not fight them now, let's fight them later, they will lose our credibility. So they have to say it in a way that makes them look very aggressive against Americans, but sneak in ways to suggest that negotiation is okay, right? So continue with this, play it.
صلح به امریکا برسد این خائن است.
So pause here. Many analysts said, like, oh, he's calling Ghalibaf a traitor, because he said whoever negotiates with the American is a traitor. That's not what he said. He said whoever negotiates with the Americans with the intention of peace is a traitor. He's not calling Ghalibaf a traitor. So continue. And these idiots don't even understand. These idiots in the crowd. Pause. These idiots in the crowd, they don't even understand what's happening. They just hear, oh, whoever does this is a traitor, and they're like, just go Allahu Akbar. This is not this audience. What he's saying is not meant for them, because they don't get what's happening, right? This is for other people who are supposed to get what's happening. This is for them. But yeah, continue.
هر کس پیام دوستی به امریکا بفرستد دهانش خبیث و نجس است.
So here he's saying, pause. So here's saying whoever sends a message of friendship to the Americans, his mouth is dirty and unholy, like disgusting. He's a disgusting mouth. Okay. So basically he's saying, when we're talking, if you're talking with the Americans, as long as you're not being friendly to them in your language and you're not trying to be friendly with them, it's fine. You could negotiate with them. He's not saying that, but guys, he's basically, this is saying things by not saying them, right? He's not saying things directly, but by excluding certain things that he's condemning, he's approving them. He's approving certain things by not condemning them. Ali, play it.
ما با آمریکا مشکلمون امروز و دیروزی نیست. مشکل ما از قدیم، از کودتایی که آنها کردن آغاز شد. اما در این اتفاق اخیر ما با آمریکا پدرکشتگی پیدا کردیم.
Yeah, so he's basically saying we're always going to be the enemies of Americans. We know that. But look at this part. Let me see if this is the same video or different, because I have some.
مگه ما میتونیم کوتاه بیایم؟ اگر سخن از مذاکره است، مذاکره یعنی جنگ. مذاکره یعنی جنگ.
So here's the thing. Look at this. He's saying we're not going to hold back on the Americans. If we're talking about negotiations, negotiations means war. So you can see Ali, he's endorsing the negotiations by saying that negotiations are a type of war on itself. This is
very
this is the most
bold.
this is bold, yes. So guys, the people, so you know, many people within the Islamic Republic, they're angry. They're like, we should go back to war. Why are we negotiating? He's saying negotiations is war. It's its own type of war, right?
جنگ صورت‌های مختلفی داره. مگه من و شما که در خیابان‌ها می آمدیم، در میدان‌ها می آمدیم، نمی گفتیم ما در حال جنگیم؟ یه کسی ممکنه بگه آقا شماها در حال جنگ نیستید؟ نه خیر، ما در حال جنگیم. هر کس
So he's saying that the war comes in many different forms, right? So for example, war is not just being in the battlefield with a gun. War comes in many different forms. Like you, the people who were in the streets, remember these people were protesting in the streets. Didn't you say that we're also participating in war? Didn't you say that your protest was war against Americans and Israelis? Well, you called that war. So basically, he's suggesting that if that is war, then negotiations can also be war. War is not just shooting rockets and shooting guns. If you people who were in the streets were saying that we were doing war, so that you are basically confirming that war comes in multiple ways, that means that negotiation could also be war. Okay, but here also. No, this part, let me go back here.
ممکنه بگه آقا شماها در حال جنگ نیستید؟ نه خیر، ما در حال جنگیم. هر کس بخواهد مذاکره کند برای اینکه با صلح به امریکا برسد، این خائن است.
This is the part that you played. If they're trying to negotiate to reach peace with the Americans, then they're the traitor. And then it continues. But you can see at the beginning, he clearly said that the negotiations itself is war, right? But the audience was quiet because that's not the interesting part. But then it was like, these are the traitors. And then the crowd goes wild. But at the end of the day, he's selling the negotiations itself as a form of war. So if you're asking for war, the people who are angry that why are we not waging war against Americans and Israelis, we are with negotiations.
That's terrible. That's a terrible thing for us to hear.
Guys, no, so somebody's saying in the chat, this is not Hussein Khomeini. Yes, Hassan Khomeini. Yes, we know. This is Ali Khomeini. Ali Khomeini. But go on, Ali.
This is terrible because if this isn't any indication of the direction that they want to go, that's terrible. To just have a perpetual, you know, as long as we're negotiating, that also counts as war. Hey, this is going to last. He's saying this is going to last for a while. Get used to it.
So guys, Ali Khomeini, not Ali Khamenei, okay, is the grandson of the first supreme leader, Ruhollah Khomeini, okay? And the reason why I think they are preparing him maybe for supreme leadership, I think there are plans to kill Mujtaba if he's alive, or if he's dead, to have a fake explosion or something, and then blame it on the Zionists. Say, oopsie, the Zionists killed the third supreme leader, right? And bring this on as a fourth supreme leader, right? So if Mujtaba is dead, they could do a fake explosion and say that he was taken out in that explosion by the Zionists. If he's alive, they could do a real, explosion and kill him and say the Zionists took him out, and then make him the fourth supreme leader. The reason why this is possible that they're setting him up for the supreme leader is, one, they need a supreme leader that is going to be cooperating with Ghalibaf. Ghalibaf is in charge. He needs a supreme leader that he could use as a puppet. Mujtaba Khomeini became the supreme leader because IRGC wanted a supreme leader that would be under their control. This would be a good supreme leader for Ghalibaf, because you could see he's cooperating with Ghalibaf. You could see that this is 100% cooperation. So this would be an ideal supreme leader for Ghalibaf. But another reason why I think that they are preparing him for to be supreme leader is because there's a rumor going around, okay, which I'm not saying is true, but the fact that they are spreading it itself, that says that Ali Khamenei, okay, didn't want his son to be supreme leader. He wanted someone else to be supreme leader. Who do you think it is? The rumor.
I don't know who it was.
This guy. So there's a rumor that Ali Khamenei didn't see his own son fit for supreme leadership, but instead the grandson of Khomeini, this guy, fit for supreme leadership. The fact that that rumor is going around, to me, sounds like they're laying in the groundworks to prepare the minds for accepting this guy, to say Mushtaba was not fit for supreme leadership and this guy was. The idea that Ali Khamenei was going to pick Ali Khomeini as a supreme leader is a lie that is very much resembles Rafsanjani lying about Ruhollah Khomeini picking Ali Khamenei as the second supreme leader. So Ghalibaf to Ali Khamenei would be the same as Rafsanjani. So Ghalibaf to Ali Khomeini would be the same as Rafsanjani to Ali Khamenei. Anyways, this got too complicated for you, so never mind.
So, guys, in 1988, was it 88 or 89 that Khamenei became supreme leader?
Don't remember the year exactly, but
It
just do a short.
It was right
because
there.
there's too much detail. Yeah.
So when Khomeini, the first supreme leader, died, there was a big dog called Rafsanjani. Okay, this guy put Ali Khamenei into the supreme leadership office because he believed that he could control Khamenei, and Rafsanjani would be the guy who did everything, and he'd have a puppet supreme leader. Well, Khamenei ended up stabbing him in the back, literally, and Rafsanjani died. Ghalibaf is trying to do the same thing with this guy. He's going to have this guy who has maybe some weight. He can talk, which is a great thing because Mujtaba can't even speak, to control this guy. And he's not going to repeat the same mistake that Rafsanjani made before. So that's kind of what's going on. Game of Durka here.
Can I show you something else to show?
Yeah.
Guys, this video will be clear even for people who are not following this at this level of detail. This 3-minute video will be very revealing to you because it shows that everything we said, Ali and I have been saying, is coming true, and it was right. All of these months of analysis and years of prediction that this will happen, now you see the on-the-ground evidence of it happening in large numbers. Okay, so this is the Ali. This is amazing. Have you seen this video?
No.
Okay. I first will show you the video, but I will also tell you about something about the editor, the person. So the real video is this thing in the background. This white text was added by the editor. Okay, guys, everybody pay attention. I'm going to reveal some secrets of the Islamic Republic to you guys that you're going to see nowhere else. And also not only no, but it goes way deeper than that, Ali. It goes way deeper than that, right? But not only I will tell you what this video is, I will decode something for you that you will see nowhere else, even on Persian and analyst media. Okay, so this video is about to show you two forces against each other. This is the last night of the funeral of Ali Khamenei. Okay, Ali Khamenei. So Ali, don't do other things. Pay attention to this. I know you're doing it. Just focus on this. Okay, this is important, right? This is the last night in Mashhad, in the night that they buried him. So you have people chanting something, but the person behind the mic is trying to make them chant something else. There's a conflict. There's a conflict happening here. And the person who edited this video is trying to demonstrate the conflict with the white text on top of the video. Okay, so remember this white text. So everything else is from Islamic Republic's own state TV. The white text was added later. Okay, so let's play this. So the white text says the people are chanting "Marg bar sazishgar," which means death to the compromisers, death to the people who compromise. Basically, these people are chanting death to the officials, Islamic Republic officials, who are compromising with the Americans, negotiating with them, signing MOU, death to them. This is at Ali Khamenei's funeral, okay? Same, this is the people's chant. Death to the compromiser.
مردم با منید انتهای سیاهی لشکر دشمن رو بره قلب دشمن اونجاست سرتون رو به خدا آریه بدید پاهاتون رو زمین میخ کنید همه با همه وجود انتهای سیاهی دشمن رو نشانه بگیرید همه با هم مرگ بر آمریکا.
So the person behind the microphone says, say death to America. Okay. Mehdi Rasuli is the person behind the microphone. He's saying death to America. Right. So the people in the crowd, they're saying death to the compromisers, basically death to the regime own officials. But the guy who's trying to control the crowd, he's directing them to say death to America. Okay. So now the chant says death to America, death to America. The crowd. So now the people are moving away to their own chant, death marg bar munafiq, which means death to the hypocrites. The hypocrites are the false Muslims among Muslims, like people like Ghaliba, for example. So see, the person behind the mic tried to take the death chants away from the Ghaliba of people towards America, but the crowd is going back to saying stuff, chants against people like Ghaliba. So the crowd is going to two sides. And now the microphone comes back in. The guy behind the mic.
اینها رو لعنشون کنیم در خانه خدا همه با هم لعنت الله علی اسرائیل.
So now the guy behind the microphone is like this, say curse to Israel, curse of God on Israel. So he's trying to, every time the crowd wants to go to chants against Ghalibov, the guy behind the mic is trying to get them back to death to America, curse of Allah be upon Israel. So now the crowd is back to the proper approved, government approved chant. Okay, now look what happens here. But you let them go.
همه با هم ما برای خاک سپاری نیامدیم ما آقا رو به امام رضا میسپاریم ما برای قیام لله آمدیم.
Look at this. So, guys, you see the chant organically keeps going against Ghalibaf and the negotiators. So the person behind the microphone keeps trying to make the chants against America and Israel, but without the crowd itself is motivated to do a different chant. Now their chant, without anybody telling them, the organic chant from the crowd is this. They're chanting مذاکره با دشمن خیانت است به میهن. Negotiations with the enemy, it's betraying the country. That's what the people are chanting, right? You see how different so the regime chant is from these jihadis. They're miles apart, guys. So for so many years, we have been trying to tell the people, the world, that the Iranian people are different from these jihadi Islamists, that there's a gap between us. But now we're in a position that there's even a distance between the jihadis and the regime as well. So they're also divided because the regime's official chants are death to America and death to Israel. But that's not what the crowd, even these jihadi mind Islamic crowd, that's not the chance that they organically are moving towards. The organic chance is this: مذاکره با دشمن خیانت است به میهن. Negotiations with the enemy is betraying the country. So that's what the chant is. Yeah. See, the regime is losing control over its own base. Its own base is losing control over them. So now the guy behind the microphone is like, yeah, let me tell you what's in your heart. Let me tell you what's in your heart, okay? Haydar, 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 okay?
مبارزه تازه شروع شده. یا علی مدد، حیدر حیدر.
Okay, so okay, the people go here, and you let them go. Look at this. See, you let them go just by just a few seconds. They go back to death to the hypocrites. And again, the chance of negotiation with the enemy is treason. See, guys, like nobody is telling them to give these chance, but that's the chance that they want to do. And Ali, do you know the most interesting thing about this video? Here's the most interesting thing about this video. Okay, this video was edited by a jihadi, like by a anti-American, anti-Israeli, pro-Islamic governance Durka person. Okay, so because if you first watch this video, you might think like, oh, this is somebody on our side showing the division among them. No. This is somebody on the Islamic Republic side showing that, look how we're being controlled. And you know how you could tell? First of all, we know who posted this, but also because it's referring to these people as mardom, right? So we anti-regime people, we don't call this group mardom. Mardom means the people. This is not the people, because the people in Iran are anti-regime. This is a small percentage of Iranians who want Islamic regime. So this is not the people, and nobody on our side will refer to these as the people, right? So whoever made this video is on the side of the people on the ground, trying to show like, look, the regime is trying to control, or like the people want to say death to the compromisers, but look, the chants are death to America. Look at this. He's upset. The editor is like, what the hell? Death to America? That's not the chant of the people right now, these people right now. And then people are saying death to the hypocrites, and the guy is saying curse be upon Israel, and like, what? That's not what the people want to chant. And look at this. Even though this guy is a Haydar kind of person himself, when the guy says Haydar, he puts this, right? Because the people are saying death to the people, like the people who negotiate with the Americans are traitors. And then when he sees that this guy instead says Haydar, he puts the sad emojis on there, showing that he's disappointed. A Haydar person himself is disappointed that the guy behind the mic is saying Haydar, because that's not what the people want to say right now. Guys, do you guys understand? People in the chat, let me know if you understood what just happened here, or did I explain it well? Was this understandable? Ali, what do you think about everything you just saw?
These
This is,
people are the same people that listen to the Paidaris, right?
yes, these are the people who want no negotiation, no ceasefire, no MOU. They want revenge for the blood of the supreme leader. They're anti-Ghalibaf,
Yeah.
anti-Arakchi, anti-Pezeshkian. They want to say death to the people within our regime who's compromising them with the Americans. That's what they want. What the person behind the microphone is trying to do is try to make these people stop chanting against regime officials.
Okay, gotcha. So I mean, that tells me all I need to do. Again, every time you guys hear Paidari, just think the most Durka you can possibly think, the die-hard, I will never give up on jihad type of people, the lost people. I don't know what to do with them, frankly, a few years from now. But they're being slow. They can't be contained, is what you're saying. Is that you're trying to redirect their rage, you're trying to control them, and you can't so far.
Well, that's why what you would do, instead of telling people to shut the F up, you bring people like this, and you bring people like Jalili, and you bring people like Mir Bagheri on state TV to say, like, yes, guys, revenge. But be
Okay, I understand
patient
now.
because this might take a long time. Right?
I think I
Yes,
understand.
we will destroy the Americans with negotiations. Right? That's what they do, right?
Yeah. Okay, so basically what you're saying is the regime has a serious problem. They can't control their 1% of the people that they have support of. They can't control them, and they might have that 1% be really unhappy with them. So why not redirect it and let this guy manage it? This guy can be your people, supreme leader management, and Ghalibaf is the actual uh, puppet master behind the scenes. He has the people's support. He gets the IRGC under him. Yeah, I see his plan. I see his plan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Jalili, you played a Jalili video yesterday. There's a different part of its video today. I don't know if you're interested in seeing that, but that he basically came out and said, talked about the virtues of patience. I think we played that yesterday, right? The virtues of patience and how we need to be resilient
Yeah,
and not complain. He's basically was suggesting to guys, we will get revenge, but just be patient because it's not going to happen anytime soon. But he wasn't saying it as directly as I'm saying it. He just came out and talked about the virtues of patience when it comes to basically getting revenge.
gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah.
it actually helps the Pi Duddies who previously weren't like a huge power. They're actually getting more power this way because if you're cutting down the regime supporters to just the Pi Duddies, and yeah, that makes sense.
They're getting money. They're getting here's I know they're getting money. Okay.
Oh yeah,
They're getting money from Ghalibaf has bought out the right people within IRGC and other places, and they all the oil and gas money that is getting released to them is going into Ghalibaf's control, and anybody that falls in line gets paid. Their mosque would get paid, their Hosseiniya would get paid, their institutions would get paid. The money right now is in supporting Ghalibaf.
okay, that's good. That was really important that we got that. I have some breaking news for you.
Okay. Guys, we're not
Armin,
ignoring the super chats. We'll get to him later. But go on.
Armin, and everyone in the chat, everyone who's watching, the timer has expired for the Islamic Republic to give their
Oh,
answer. Are they going to issue an apology? What do you think they said, Armin? What do you think they did? Take a guess.
I
Just
mean, if
any it could be any guess. Everyone guess. What did the Islamic
this is
Republic
not
just
my
do?
guess, but what they should have done, is that they should have gotten Pezeshkian to come and said what the Americans wanted to say. That's what they should have done.
They should have.
Yeah.
Well, they have announced that the strait is closed and that if anyone tries to pass through it, we will hit them. They said we will fire a missile if anyone tries to pass through the strait. The strait is closed.
Oh, okay. I think they're calling. I think they're thinking that they're calling President Trump's bluff.
They're calling his bluff.
So it's now
You're not going to do
on-
anything.
the ball is in Trump's court. Guys,
And that's
Trump
beautiful.
said that these people have 24 hours to come out and say that the Strait of Hormuz is open, or else the SHIT will hit the fan. Ooh, what happened?
Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, I thought they just closed. Okay. I just read the full statement. Brothers and sisters, in the name of God, the crusher of tyrants. In the previous announcement, we stated that foreign intervention in the setting of illegal routes for ships in the Strait of Hormuz would result in decisive responses and would disrupt the increasing flow of traffic in the strait. This is the IRGC saying this. They're like, hey, we don't like that more ships are going through. We told you that we didn't like it. We said that we'd do something about it. This part. A few hours ago, these warnings were ignored. Several ships attempted to move through unauthorized routes and disregarded our warnings and notices to correct their course and move along their approved path. They ignored us. A few hours ago, we told some ships, don't go through. They tried to. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Out of necessity, one of the ships, which had endangered maritime security, which by turning off its system, was hit by a warning shot and stopped. The IRGC has hit. Their response was not to apologize. Their response was to hit another ship and close the strait, according to themselves, by the way.
Ooh. So
Logistically, Trump, at the same time this happened, now I'm putting this together, he immediately left his medical examination and went back to the White House.
wow.
Ooh. Oh. We will respond. They also said we will respond forcefully and target enemy bases if it commits a mistake and launches a new aggression against us.
Wait, are you sure about this? 100% sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm
That
pretty
this
sure.
is-
Oh, yeah. They're saying the supreme leader's ordering it. Like, Mojtaba was. And then I also have on the American or like Western side, we also have Barack Ravid, who I know, but Barack Ravid is also from Axios, and he's reporting right now that so basically the IRGC fired a missile at a commercial cargo ship, and it's posted 8 minutes ago, that tried to pass the Strait of Hormuz, says a U.S. official. Ship was hit and suffered damages. So yeah, the IRGC have confirmed that themselves. They gave us they went through the trouble of it. Oh God. Okay, well, what's gonna happen now?
I'm trying to verify all of this. Oh my God. This is huge.
Oh man. Yep, this is Shin confirmed. Yep, it's confirmed. This happened. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect an apology. I did not expect it, but I thought they would be smart about it, and they weren't. They hit another ship. There was the only red line. You could have not apologized. You could have not made a public statement. All you had to do was not hit a ship. You could possibly pass through by not saying anything. They did the one thing they weren't supposed to do. If Trump doesn't come down with a hammer, if he doesn't come down with a hammer, I don't know.
Yes.
Someone's saying 2C Tifi has, 2C has confirmed it. Okay, I mean, Shin already confirmed it. We already had the IRGC themselves confirm it. I mean, that's how he actually found out. So, oh man. At the same time, this is a side note, but at the same time in the green zone in Baghdad, there are multiple tanks rolling back in, multiple arrests. Quick other thing. This was shared today on Islamic Republic State Media. Armin, what's this guy saying?
آیا حاضر به مشارکت به هر نحوی در عملیات ترور ترامپ و نتانیاهو و افراد حاضر در لیست جنایت علیه رهبری شهید و سایر. Okay, so this guy is saying, are you, wait, can you show me the rest of the picture? Okay. The Iran, okay, so are they saying that he said that? I don't think they're saying he said that.
Yeah,
saying,
they're
are you
not
ready?
specifically saying. Yeah, they're not specifically saying that. But isn't it funny that they're openly on TV? This was a screenshot from TV calling for, hey guys, anyone want to join in on jihad to eliminate the president of the United States and Netanyahu? Give us a call. Join in. See, remember, guys, this was the thing that made Trump annoyed the most. He said it a lot of times this week. Okay, all we do now, we wait and we see what the United States does in response. Okay, so we're getting some of the channels that I look at that talk about radio transmissions in the Strait of Hormuz in the Persian Gulf are now reporting that there is U.S. radio communications that have just been activated in the Persian Gulf. Israeli is not confirmed, but the U.S. is confirmed. So I don't know what they're saying to ships there. If they're getting them, being like, "Hey, get out of the way, get prepared." I don't know if that's the truth. We don't know what they're saying. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing.
There needs to be a strong response to this from President Trump.
There does. So let's explore what that strong response might be. Let's start with the strongest possible response within reason. I'll give my opinion. You give your opinion. Okay, I think maybe close that. I think maybe he gives the green light to Israel, and they go ahead and they assassinate Ghalibaf's opponents, Vahidi and some other IRGC people who are firing on the ships.
That would be ideal. I don't know if that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it does need to be big. Look at Fine starts saying, mark my words, love taps in Bandara bus.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Fine Stars, it's also Sirik and Qesh. Also Sirik and Qesh, and maybe Lorak.
Oh God. Okay, I'm getting very preliminary reports that they're shooting another missile. The IRGC are firing another missile right now, or they just fired another missile against another ship. I don't know if they've hit it yet, but they just fired it, apparently. I don't know. We'll see, though, if that's true. But, hey, here's what's important. They closed the strait, and they did hit a ship, and they announced it themselves. Guys, there's one of two ways here. Either Ghalibaf's opponents right now are going to get the shtick. There's going to be some assassinations. Which in the grand, it's not like, oh my God, yes, that's great. Everything's done, but it's great. It's still, you're getting rid of a lot of IRGC commanders here, potentially. But a weak sort of response here would probably just be some more heavy bombardment. I personally don't want to see that. Just some heavy strikes. I want the heavy strikes and the leadership being taken out here, which requires them to go to Tehran. Whew. All right, so a bit of excitement. I was kind of annoyed today. I was like, "What's going on?" No, Texas troop. I'm not happy that they're firing at civilian ships. Why would I be happy about that? I'm happy that they're gonna get what's coming to them. All right, let's read some of the super chats here while we wait for some news. I mean, also before we read the super chats, Armin, isn't this just the Islamic Republic telling Trump, like, we don't care what you say. We don't care.
No, there's this is the Islamic Republic dealing with the crisis of the crisis of legitimacy internally. If they give in to the Americans right now, I mean, you saw the crowd. You saw the crowd. The entire jihadi-minded people are now against the regime, right? These
You're
people
right.
think that they're chanting death to the compromisers. So if President Trump publicly is coming out and say, you need to give me the Strait of Hormuz, the Islamic Republic, if they do anything, these people will come and eat them alive, like they will destroy them, right? So this is the Islamic Republic fearing its own base of support, plus calculating that Trump is not going to do anything because of oil reserves, lack of munitions, midterm elections, inflation in the United States, and yeah, these are the things. Market munitions, midterms. So they're saying they're thinking Trump is bluffing. 1, 2, we cannot give the Strait of Hormuz, we cannot give up the Strait of Hormuz because we look at these people. Like these people are going to kill us.
You're absolutely right. I was just reading that statement. I was just so shocked that they would be this stupid. But as you just showed us, which is why you showed us all of the clips that you just did, it doesn't seem like they really had a choice. You're right. If they gave in, oh my God, guys, all those people that you saw in those crowds, it's already hard to contain them, as Armin's showing this and telling this. By the way, Armin's right. No one else is talking about that. No one else actually understands that pressure that's coming in from the inside out on them in that way.
See, people say, like, why do we need to know this stuff, right? Why do we need to know what this guy over here is saying? He's just another mullah. He's just another Durka person. Who cares? Who cares about what these people are chanting? They're all just a bunch of Muslim jihadi, people. Okay, but this is because you make a miscalculation. For the past, decade, I've been saying that these people are not as stupid as you think. Okay, the people in here, they're stupid. Okay, they're a bunch of sheep. Okay, but these people, they're not that stupid. Okay, they take advantage of stupid, but they know exactly what they're doing. And every time you think that they're making a decision that is dumb, is because you don't understand the internal politics within the Islamic Republic, right? And almost everything the Islamic Republic does, you would be able to make sense of it. And I've been saying this repeatedly on the Persian channel for the past 5 years. Because even on the Persian side, on the Iranian side, people are like, oh, they're stupid. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? But you will be able to make sense of everything, almost everything, if you understand the 3 threats against the Islamic Republic and which one is the highest. Ali, haven't I been saying this to you? Haven't I been saying that the threats against the Islamic Republic is number 1, the external threat, which is United States and Israel, and 2 internal threats. The second threat, which is bigger than the first one, is the secular uprising of the Iranian people against the Islamic Republic. That's the second threat, which is higher than the first threat. But the third threat, which most people ignore, is higher than the first and second threat, which is them losing their base of support. And every time for the past 5 years, I mean forever basically, you think that the Islamic Republic does something stupid because you're like, well, obviously that's going to cause the next uprising. Obviously that's going to cause the Israelis to attack. Obviously that's going to cause the Americans to attack. Why did you do that? Are you stupid? Wouldn't the Americans attack you? Wouldn't this cause the next wave of uprising? Are you stupid? Do you not want to stay in power? Then you realize that they needed to do that, because if they didn't do that, the third threat, which is the biggest threat, will come for them, which is them losing their base of support. And if you understand that, you will be able to make sense of everything, including this latest attacks that they just did on the ships.
And that's why you make sure that you're subscribed to Liberty Politics. As long as the Islamic Republic exists, I have seen no one better, and that's why he's my co-host, who can explain the internal politics of the Islamic Republic in any language, but let's just pick English here, even in Farsi, just is better, to all of you guys, so that you know what's going to happen. And in this case, I think it's really funny that you actually were explaining that, and then 2 minutes later, the news comes out that like reaffirms it.
Yeah. Guys, two things you have to understand is never underestimate your enemy. If you dismiss your enemies as stupid, it will backfire on you. Okay? Your enemies are not as stupid as you think. They take advantage of stupid followers, but they're not that stupid. And if you underestimate your enemy, you will be surprised by them. You're not going to be prepared against them. Do not underestimate your enemy. That will not work in your favor. 1, 2, if you want to protect your country and your values, you have to understand the values of your enemies. It's not good enough to say like, oh, they're just a bunch of jihadi Durka people, who gives a crap. You are not going to be an effective defender of your nation and your values if you do not understand the details of how your enemy thinks and operates.
Oh, man. And you'll actually be like just as needed after the Islamic Republic falls, and you have these couple million people who try to actually form their own sects and by that I mean CTS guys, and groups and whatever things that they try to do there. So yeah, again, we have this unconfirmed second ship hit, unconfirmed. Yikes. All right. Senior White House officials yesterday did say that if tomorrow they don't apologize, it's not going to be a great day for them. Not only have they not apologized, they hit a ship, and they announced it themselves. Ah, great. Just when you
Ali,
thought...
I knew you were in touch with CENTCOM, because as Mark is pointing out, he's saying you guys are always on at just the right time when things kick off. Are you also in touch with IRGC? I know CENTCOM was basically scheduling everything based on your live stream, but also is IRGC now scheduling everything based on your live stream as well?
It's crazy. Yeah, I am CENTCOM.
Oh no.
Oh man.
This is, by the way, this is the current situation. Look at this. Look at the newspapers in Iran. This is the front cover of newspaper.
I'm not even kidding. I saw that and I didn't think it was real.
No. So look at this.
It's
is
kind
why
of like Nazi-esque, is it not?
Yeah, this is why the Islamic Republic can't compromise, because the newspaper in Iran is basically, the title says "Intiqam hatmi az jinai karam," that he's basically guaranteed revenge of all the criminals. And look at this: we will pay Trump, and then all the people that need to get the Islamic Republic thinks needs to get eliminated.
So that's the leader of UAE, Saudi,
Qatar.
Qatar.
No, not Qatar. Sorry, Bahrain. It's Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE,
Israel.
Where's MBS? Oh, MBS is not here.
MBS isn't there.
Where's Oh no, this is the MBS's father, I think. Huh? Is that?
No, I think maybe it's a younger photo of him. You got Hegseth, the leader of the IDF. Marco, Dan Kane. They've been noticing Dan Kane lately. I don't know. Who's the guy on the bottom right?
It's not. Guys, is this King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, or is that him? No, it's not him. Who's this? Wait, nobody from Saudi Arabia is here? What the hell?
Okay, no. I mean, I know that's the Emirates.
This is cards, exit.
Maybe it's
We have
Kuwait and
Israel.
Bahrain.
So these are all America, and then we have Israel here, but this is UAE. Hold on, let me see who else has.
I think that's Bahrain. I'm trying. I mean, they all have mustaches and they all wear the same thing. It's kind of hard to tell. I think that's the king of Bahrain. It looks like him. I honestly, I really can't tell. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I think that you're right. Hamid bin Isa Al Khalifa. I think that, yeah, this is Bahrain. This one is Bahrain.
Okay.
Let me see. Kuwait. Who's Kuwait?
Oh man, it's just silence. It's just silence from the American side. There's nothing. I don't see anything.
Give them some time. Give them some time.
But
Guys,
I'm
who the hell?
excited for that. I'm excited for that.
Who is this guy? This is Bahrain? No, this one is Bahrain. But who is this?
The bottom left Arab. Wait, no. The top right Arab, sorry, is Bahrain.
This is Bahrain. But who's this guy?
I don't know. Let me see. Kuwait leader. Kuwait king. It's the Kuwaiti king. Yeah.
Kuwaiti one? Okay, so why is
he's got
Saudi
the
Arabia
big mustache?
Why is Saudi Arabia not on this list?
Cut a little deal with them. I don't know.
That's interesting that there's no Saudi. We went from Saudi Arabia being the main Arab country in the region that the Islamic Republic hated to them not even being on the revenge list.
Who's on the
guys,
bottom?
These are the people that the Islamic Republic wants to eliminate for basically killing Ali Khamenei. And there's nobody from Saudi Arabia on this list, which is interesting.
Who is that on the bottom right? I actually don't know. I know everyone else, just not him. Is that I'm assuming he's part of Israel.
This is
Does anyone know?
Israel. People in the chat.
CIA director, bottom right.
There.
Thank you, Alistair.
Welcome. Thank you.
There we go.
Yep. Okay. John Radcliffe.
Okay. All right. Let's take while I monitor the news and see if anything comes out. So again, guys, President Trump, I was wrong. He actually had his medical evaluation, and then he went to the golf course, and then he canceled his golf game and came back to the White House. Not the medical exams. He canceled his golf game. So it's serious. He canceled his golf game. This is his first weekend off in a while, and he's being pulled straight back in. I'm sorry if I just got a vacation and I got a call from my boss or a coworker being like, yo, we need you right now in the operating room. I'm showing up in the worst mood possible. I just got onto like the soccer field. I'm about to play. And they're like, actually, I'd be such a bad mood.
Ali.
What?
Vahidi just came out with Mushtaba.
Wait, what? Wait, no, you're messing with me. Wait, you're messing with me. Okay. I know. You're like, okay. Like some weird things are happening. Maybe I can catch him off guard.
Okay.
You rickrolled me 2 days ago. I have to.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
All right. So while we monitor that, let's read the super chats. We have some new members today by Oh Yeah Provelt. Thank you for joining the membership. And Charleston Amy, thank you as well. Cute little dog. And with that, we have Fleshy Interloper, who said, yay, no conversion required. Fleshy, I miss you. in my chat's empty without you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And it said, all is forgiven. Oh, preemptively. Thank you.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Fleshy. And Nina said, more people in the streets of Norway, I think, than Kotelet's Finral? Final, maybe?
Final rally. Oh.
Ah.
Oh, final. I think the funeral. Okay, so he's saying that she's saying Nina is saying that I think for soccer games there are more people in the streets watching
Oh.
soccer than the people who came up for Ali Khamenei's funeral.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Again, but like seriously though, the number was no more than 400,000. It's very sad. It's like 0.2% of the population showed up. Okay. All right. And thank you, Nina. And Fleshy Interloper.
Thank you.
Said Ghalibaf sellout 3, like I said. Ship owner scared. Sellout
But this
3.
wasn't a sellout. This was ship owner scared. Ghalibaf sellout. Okay, yeah. Sold out Trump, I guess. I mean, either way, it would be a selling out.
Oh my God, yeah.
You would either have to, it would have to either have to, whatever Ghalibaf does would be selling out. It's either selling out the Islamic Republic or Trump.
You know, when Trump did the heavy bombardment, he was on Air Force One going back to the UK from Turkey. They interviewed him and he's like, yeah, the Iranians called. They want to make a deal so bad. And we said, whatever they offered Trump was not enough. He was not happy. They hit another ship. Thank you so much, Fleshy. And Jagatai saying, please review Inspiring Philosophies Islam Pitch Meeting. Okay. I will try to remember that. Thank you very much, Jagatai. And Curtis West, who gifted me 5 memberships. Thank you very much. And also gifted you 5 memberships.
Oh,
so thank you very much.
Thank you for the gift basket. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Curtis. And Koala Katie also gifted me memberships. So thank you again for that.
Gifted people in your chat memberships.
Yes, yeah. In the chat. So 6 people became members today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katie. Thank you very much, Curtis. And Nicholas is saying, after all this time, what still gives you hope? Oh, real quick.
The Iranian people. The Iranian people.
Yes. Every single time, without fail, you can always trust them to be intelligent enough to know what's best for them. But also, keep in mind that none of the fundamentals of this conflict can ever be solved. Want nuclear weapons, don't want nuclear weapons, want Strait of Hormuz, don't want Strait of Hormuz. How are you ever going to get past that? We've tried for 5 months. Have we gotten anywhere? No, nowhere. We got nowhere.
So what gives me hope is the Iranian people, the Israeli people, and the American people, and people.
Yeah, also, you know, yeah, people. I'm kind of a pessimist in people.
I'm an optimist.
But I'm an optimist when it comes to the Iranian people.
Oh, really? I'm an optimist when it comes to people in general.
That's good. I should learn from you.
But yeah, especially the Iranian people for sure.
Yeah. And Amy, I mean, we got nowhere in terms of the negotiations. Like you can see, ships are still getting hit. The nuclear is still in the Islamic Republic. It's buried, but it's still there. As long as the Islamic Republic is alive, they're still going to try to get a nuclear weapon somehow. We've heard these promises from them before in 2014. I don't know. You can never trust them, essentially. Thank you, Nicholas. Father of Chaos saying, did we add an X on Bingo Thursday? I think there was an assassination on Thursday.
Yeah, but wasn't on the bingo list.
He wasn't important enough. Yeah. In terms of like, I think the bingo list is like what, the top 100 or top 50 officials, something like that. Yeah, he's probably like number, I don't know, 500, 400, something like that. Thank you, Father of Chaos. And Joanne, who also gifted me my chat membership. Thank you very much. Really appreciate
Thank you,
that.
John.
And
So
Ben Zevi saying Takia.
Takia.
Remember for 30 months.
Ah. Oh,
Been
30
following
months.
you for
Whoa.
2.5 years. Been following you.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. 30 months. Wow.
And
So,
Ben also followed that up by saying, you need to explain how lying is permitted in Islam. Valiyat Fari.
so yeah, there's two types of takia. Takia for the sake of lying for the sake of saving your life, which is not the problematic part of takia. The problematic part of takia is lying for the sake of Islam. That's the that's the big one. I mean, lying for the sake of saving your life, that's not Islam. Everybody, like, that's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But lying for the sake of Islam, that gets you into some really evil, deception.
Yeah.
You could
Like,
say
hey, we don't want
anything.
nuclear bombs.
Exactly. That's the best example of takia.
All right. Thank you, Ben. And we have Justin, who said, why do they keep putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable when pronouncing America? America. Oh, America.
Well,
when they say America.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the way things are pronounced in Iran. So, for example, I have two names, right? My English name is Armin. My Persian name is Armin. Right?
Same
It's
for
just
me.
the nature. Yeah. Oh, really? What's your two names?
Yeah, so growing up, I grew up in an extremely like white city. And as in I was pretty much the only, me and maybe like two other people were the only two Middle Eastern people. There was, I think, maybe 10 Mexicans, which were the largest ethnic group, 2 Indians, 1 black, 3 Asian. Yeah, anyway, the other like 1,200 kids were all white. I was like, it's Ali, like Muhammad Ali, the boxer, because everyone knew Muhammad Ali, the boxer. So I'd be like, just say that. Everyone's like, how do you pronounce your name? I'm like, just say Ali, like the boxer. They're like, oh. But then in Farsi, it's Ali. So I say Ali.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin. And Fleshy Interloper saying, yeah, Aligrams. Oh my God. Yeah, they're going to be good tonight, I think. So I spent an astonishing amount of time going through these text messages. Like there's thousands and thousands. And I go through and I try to find something good. And I've really been failing to find something of actual substance. You know why? Because they're just fighting each other. They're literally just calling each other names, blaming each other. They're blaming Ghalibaf. They're saying that Ghalibaf is doing the coup, which I've shared with you guys before. And then they keep having people who are like, this is not the way. And then people being like, well, if this is not the way, what's your alternative? Like, you want to go back to fighting America? You saw how that turned out. And they're like, but we can't stop fighting. It's like, shut up. You're a Zionist. You're a Pahlavi zombie.
So Ghalibaf is winning the halls of power but losing the streets, right? So he's basically winning IRGC, winning the Paidari camp, their leaders, winning the Supreme Leadership Office, but he's losing the streets. Like, he has 0% support. I don't know what he's going to do with that. Imagine basically getting everybody within the regime on your side, but having zero base of support of the people, 0%.
Yeah. And Fleshy Interloper also said, boom, boom, confetti. Ah, yes.
Yes, that was for you.
I
Oh no, that was for me. I don't
I'm
know.
actually 4 away from my goal, but we will get it at some point. And guys, there's some
Guys,
yeah.
oh, okay. No, guys, I'm not exaggerating when I say Ghalibaf's support is 0%. Like, I don't even know if anybody. I don't think Ghalibaf's mom is even supporting him without getting paid at this point. Like, I don't think Ghalibaf's wife, mom, or children are supporting Ghalibaf unless he's paying them. That's how bad his base of support is. Everybody who supports Ghalibaf in Iran is getting paid somehow or threatened.
Yeah. Yeah, that is absolutely a statement I can get behind.
Fine Stars, look at this. Fine Stars hates Vance so much. It's like Vance is supporting him. No, Vance supports General, what is her name? I forgot his name. Oh my god. Munir of Pakistan. He's in love.
We're getting 2 preliminary reports that IRGC speedboats are in the strait, probably to lay mines. And then we're also getting GPS jamming. So that's preparation as well. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Should be happening pretty soon here. Man. All right. And with that, thank you, Fleshy. Shay Mohebi said, I counted on the regime's stupidity to eventually exhaust Trump's patience. But after Khomeini's recent remarks, do you think there's still any hope? Hope for what?
Well,
hope for
he's talking about Ali Khomeini, the grandson. Like he, the question is like, it seems like the regime is doing its best to give President Trump what he wants, like capitulate. Like they're trying to find. He's up. I think you're upset. His frustration is that the regime is actually moving towards creating a situation where they could capitulate to the Americans, right? Given that Ghalibaf is basically successful at getting Ali Khomeini, Jalili, Mir Bagheri, IRG, so many people important within the IRGC to support the negotiations. I think this comment suggests that it seems like they're getting their act together and to give the Americans what they want. But there is hope because even if you could get the IRGC, the Supreme Leadership Office, the Paidari camp, everybody to bend the knee to you with money and threats and eliminations, the thing is, what they don't have is the people's, their own base of support is abandoning them, right? So you could, for example, you could see based on what happened tonight that they are still forced to respond aggressively to the Americans because whatever, like, look at what Ali Khomeini said. Ali Khomeini couldn't come and just say out loud, like, hey, guys, the negotiations are good. This shows that even the people who want to support the negotiations are so afraid of the wrath of the people, from their own side, that they have to speak in codes. Like Ali Khomeini had to speak in code. He couldn't come and directly say, like, guys, the negotiations are okay. So that should give you hope that the regime's hands are tied and that they cannot actually capitulate in the way that they want to the Americans. And the actions of tonight shows that, that they have to actually be aggressive towards the Americans.
They should get destroyed at this point. I think this is, guys, if this isn't a clear signal of a dead end of negotiations, I don't know what is. Technically, the ceasefire is over, right? Already.
But even if this is the dead end of the negotiations, Americans are still calculating munitions, the markets meaning inflation, and also oil reserves and the midterms. Most importantly, the munitions. If you don't have the munitions, what are you going to do?
Nothing. Yeah.
You might do a love tap that is a bit harder than usual, like just like
Yeah.
like a harder slap. No,
Yeah.
somebody's saying, "Oh, we got the munitions, guys." It's not about having the munitions. It's about having so much munitions with enough cushion to be prepared for so much other crap that might happen at the same time around the world. So the Americans have the missile interceptors, but it's irresponsible to use all of them to the point where if China decides to all of a sudden invade Taiwan and at the same time Putin decides to attack Poland, then you're like, oh, you get caught off guard, right? You can't just like use them because you have them.
Actually, I do have a funny allogram for you guys. Pull that up later. Okay. Thank you, Shay. And Steak and Beans, who gifted 10 Liberty Politics memberships.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much.
If you got a
Stephen.
membership in the chat, you should say something. Type it out.
Oh,
Try it
yeah,
out.
guys. Also, make sure you go to your YouTube settings and make sure that you could actually receive gifts, because if you don't have that turned on, you wouldn't receive any gifts.
I didn't know that. All right. So Donald Trump has arrived at the White House. Looks like some decision is about to be made on the intensity of the response here. And why for that, we'll continue on with this. So thank you, Steak and Beans. And thank you, Joanne, for also gifting me a membership. Thank you very much.
That's very sweet.
And now we have Guy. Guy Landau says, Ali also needs to get to 10 super chats. Let's go. Thank you very much.
Yes. How many are you?
We're still at 6. But we'll get there.
4 more.
And
guys, 4 more for Ali to get to 10 super chats. Get Ali there.
Guys, should we pull up Guy's channel just in case anyone wants to get educated more on Israeli politics or Israeli-centered Middle Eastern politics? He is one of our Liberty Politics streamers, and you guys should definitely follow him. He does give you a very unbiased, objective analysis of everything that's going on. I would highly encourage you to actually go into his streams and ask him questions. Okay. There is jet activity over Kermanshah. Unclear as to who it is, but that is confirmed. All right. Thank you, Guy. And I'm assuming that username is supposed to be Antioch, the ancient city. Oh, wait, sorry. What was this? All right, sorry. Could you read this one? I'm going to real quick.
Yeah. So thank you so much for Antioch saying, I've been trying to keep up with all the updates, but this is starting to feel like when they were trying to put Trump in jail, the walls are closing in. Is the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end for who? For Trump? I mean,
for the Jews. It's always
Jews?
It's always the Jews.
Why they were trying? Who's not? I mean, the United States is doing very well. The United States economy is growing. The job market looks good. The stock markets look good. Oil prices are low. So far, things are good. The Islamic Republic is the weakest it has ever been. The United States has been the strongest it's ever been. We're moving in the right direction. Unless something changes dramatically, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So somebody is saying that, Armin, we have enough munitions. You need to do more research. I think you need to go do more research, because it's not about having enough. I think you're looking at offensive munitions. I'm specifically talking about missile interceptors, and that is definitely part of Trump's calculation. It was getting dangerously close to the cushion. I mean, again, this is not my analysis. This is almost every single military analyst that I looked at was saying that, yep, we're basically, when it comes to missile interceptors it was getting to, some of them were getting to critically low levels, some specific types. So that is not true. You tell me just to go do your research. I did my research. You go do your research. Some specific types were getting to critically low levels, and the United States needs to figure out ways to move these things around if they want to go back in.
Yes. And thank you,
Yeah,
Antioch.
there is, but the good news is that you have so much offensive stuff that is not at all close to critical levels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Antioch, for that. And Rod Miller is saying, I think President Trump will greenlight the dust removal by missiles in that area to completely level it, and then the IDF and the U.S. airborne go in and have fun. That will still end up in a ton of deaths. I mean, considering if they could level mountains with missiles, I mean, they would still have hundreds.
Wait, they
of
already
casualties.
leveled it. I mean, they already leveled it. The issue. Wait, let me see. I think President Trump will greenlight the dust removal by missiles in that area to completely level it. IDF and U.S. airborne goes in and has fun. Well, the thing is that you cannot destroy that place even more. If I'm understanding what you're saying, if you're talking about Natanz, Fordo, and the Esfahan enrichment facility there, those places have been, completely, that place has been completely collapsed. The issue with those three places is now going in deep and getting the enriched uranium out. Unless you're talking about the Pickaxe Mountain, which is the new site where they're enriching uranium. Maybe you're talking about that, which that needs to be destroyed as well. But I don't know. It's like imagine if a house is completely blown up and completely turned into rubble, and then you bomb that. It doesn't make any sense to keep bombing that. Now you need to go, unless you want to blow up the people. Oh, unless, Rod, there are people right now in Iran doing certain activity around these enrichment facilities, maybe trying to go dig it out themselves. Maybe if you want to kill them, maybe then you will bomb the area. Yeah.
Yes. Quick update. We also have jet activity over Isfahan, central Iran, as well as, yes, so the jamming operations are happening in most Gulf countries originating from Iran.
Persian Gulf.
Yes, sorry, Persian Gulf.
Yeah, so jamming, guys, when jamming happens, that's usually an indication that something is about to happen, because they jam GPS to make the drones and stuff not work. So there's a lot of jamming of GPS. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So that's an indication of some stuff happening.
Yep. I think we're minutes away, potentially, from hearing some sort of response here. But okay. Joanne, thank you for the super chat, saying, we have a troll in the chat. I told him he needs to purchase a membership to continue in the chat, but it didn't work, lol. Well, thank you. I hope your membership didn't go to him.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you, John. Always so supportive. By the way, guys, one reason why the United States is low on certain missile interceptors is Biden. You could blame Biden for stopping the manufacturing of these types of missiles interceptors, for you having to pause sometimes. Yeah, right now. But thankfully, President Trump is now moving ahead rapidly, trying to get back the United States to a place where it could defend itself properly. It's insane, by the way, what Biden did when it comes to reducing the United States' ability to defend itself in that regard. It's disgusting, honestly. Okay.
Okay, we're getting preliminary reports of explosions.
Ooh.
But there are explosions in the southern coast again. So let's wait until those get confirmed. Should be any minute now. And Ida saying, hey, Adi. Hey, Armin. Stop spreading the rumor that I'm making love with an AI in my picture. This is malicious.
Then what is that thing then? What is that? What is that thing that you're making love with then? Is that Casper the Friendly Ghost? That's Casper the Friendly Ghost grown up?
I don't know, Ida. He does have a point. But yes, ma'am. And thank you, Ida, for that super chat. And
Thank you,
Nail
Ida.
Bunny, who gifted 5 Liberty Politics memberships. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Nail Bunny. No, not Nail Bunny. Mrs. Claus. Thank you so much, Nail Bunny, for always
correct.
gifting us, always being supportive.
All right. Blasts in Bushehr, in Asaluye, Bushehr province, confirmed. The response has officially begun. Let's see how it ends. Let's see what the response is going to be tonight. Is it going to be more of the same heavy bombing in the southern coast? Are you going to have more? I mean, they've crossed multiple red lines. We've moved the red lines. They've crossed those red lines. Let's see what happens. And so, yeah, thank you, Nail Bunny. And again, thank you, Ida, who also said, correcting it, Armin.
Oh, Armin.
And Ida's saying, yes, it's AI, but I'm not making love. I'm connecting. Sure.
Connect. Okay.
Whatever
Okay.
you say. Just can't let go of the AI, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, is that how you connect with everybody that you see? Like, if you see somebody in the street and you want to connect with them, do you go to them and look into their eyes and touch their face? Is that how you connect, like, to people? Okay. That's okay.
All right, so we have an update for you from Vahid
Thank you,
Online.
Ida.
Vahid Online is reporting from people in Iran. So he gets messages from Iranian citizens who tell him about explosions. Sound of 2 explosions, Bandar Dayer, just minutes ago. 4 to 5 explosions heard in Kangan and around it, also minutes ago. Again, a few minutes ago, 4 or 5 large explosions in Bushehr. My house windows shook. And then 5 minutes after the other explosions in Kangan, there's another round of explosions in Kangan, another 4 as well. So it looks like already the intensity, if we're going by, judging by the people on the ground telling us, the intensity of these explosions are already powerful and intense. So this is the beginning of the response. We'll see what happens.
So,
And Eli Sheva has become a YouTube member, I think, for both of our channels here. So thank you so much.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Wait. Feinstrass, hold on before you read that. Feinstrass was describing. Feinstrass is very frustrated with the American response. Okay, so I like to look at her comments. She's saying, love taps in Bandar Abbas, Ashman Sirik. Okay, so she's calling these. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Port Dayer, so Dayer, Kangan, Bushehr. Those are the 3 places hit. Actually, could you please could you read a few and I can put points on the map so we can get an image of where the strikes are.
Ali wants to focus on the explosions. He will come back to us with updates while I do the super chats. Okay. Okay. And thank you again. Was Elisheva. Thank you so much again for becoming a member on both of our channels. And then we have Hollow Angel saying, oh, Halo Angel, right? Saying, why is Tal more lax about Islam? Love him, but he's seen it all. Yeah, have you seen my debate with Tal about Islam? Ooh, I love Tal so much as well. Oh yeah, I love Tal so much, but I think I won that debate. I think he also knows that I won that debate. I love him though. Love you, Tal. Yes, so yeah, he thinks Islam is good, but Muslims are basically have a corrupt understanding of Islam. And like, nobody, no, 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 no. The whole thing is corrupt. It's he thinks the problem with many Muslims is they're corrupting the teachings of Islam, but Islam itself is corrupt. Islam itself is corrupt. Okay, and I love the guy, by the way. I just disagree with him on this point, right? So, but why is Tal more relaxed about Islam? I think because he has met many Muslims that are good people, and there are many Muslims who are. This is what my guess. Okay, I don't know, but my guess is because many people meet Muslims who are good people, and they think that if you speak against Islam, you're alienating those people and you're pushing them away, right? And you need to find a way to be friendly with people instead of pushing them away. My method is to try to convince Muslims, and I have been successful with them, is that me being against Islam is not me being them against personally. And I do that by telling them, like, look, if you're a Muslim, the nicest thing you could do for the nicest view you could have of me is that you should be against atheism, but not me as an atheist, right? This is what I tell Muslim, right? If you're a Muslim, you should believe that I'm going to go to hell for my atheism, but you should be against my atheism because of your care for me, not because you hate me as an atheist. So once you understand that, then you should also understand that my hatred for Islam is not because of my hatred for you as an individual person. In fact, part of the reason why I'm against Islam is because I think you're a victim of Islam. Like it's part of my love for you, my care for you as a Muslim. I think you're a victim of Islam. So I have convinced Muslims that my hatred for Islam is not a hatred for Muslims. And I do have Muslim friends that understand that I hate Islam passionately, but I could be friends with Muslims. So, but Tal, the reason why Tal doesn't want to go against Islam is because he has met many Muslims who are good people and he doesn't want to alienate them. And I think he thinks that speaking ill of Islam just pushes them away. That's what I think he thinks. But I like to treat Muslims like adults that could understand that my passionate disagreement with their views is not in any way hostility towards them as individuals. So I'm basically trying to treat Muslims as adults, because I think like lying to Muslims about their religion is it should be considered disrespectful to a Muslim. Like if I say it's like treating them like a child, right? So if I say like, oh my God, Muslims, your religion is okay, and I'm going to say it so you don't get upset with me, you're treating them as like sensitive little snowflakes that can't handle the truth. I tell a Muslim that I'm actually being more respectful to you by telling you that I hate Islam, right? Because I'm treating you like you could handle my disagreement with you. Those people who are treating you like acting like they're your friend by saying Islam is good, they're treating you like a sensitive little child that can't handle disagreement. Me, who comes and tells you that Islam is garbage, this is me respecting you telling Islam is garbage, because my expectation is that you as an adult can handle somebody like aggressively disagreeing with your opinions. So this is me being respectful by calling your religion garbage. Is the most respectful thing I could do to you as a Muslim is call your religion garbage, because I think you could handle it. You could handle my strong disagreement. I'm treating you like an adult. Go ahead, go and tell me atheism is garbage. See if am I going to get offended? No, because I'm not a kid. I'm not a child. I'm not a snowflake. So given that you telling me atheism is garbage is not going to make me lose my shit, I'm expecting that me telling you Islam is garbage is going to not make you lose your shit, right? That's the way I try to explain it. Like, hey, I believe Muslims. I believe that you could handle my disagreement with Islam. That's how much I believe in you. This is the way that to go to do this, in my opinion. Okay, we got another super chat here. Did that make sense, by the way, guys? John with a super chat saying New York governor needs to be investigated. He could be giving information to our enemies. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the whole Mamdani thing? Yes, that's I think what you're referring to. We covered that earlier today. That was insane. That needs to I completely agree. That whole thing needs to be investigated. What the hell is happening? Like, why are you guys even meeting with the enemy? And then we have the Noah, the Persian American. Thank you so much. Saying, I would lie for the sake of Armin. LOL joking. Okay, well, don't. Okay, but thank you. Yes, okay. Steak and Beans, thank you so much for the super chat. Saying they should deal first with bottom tiers of IRGC, so top has no one to lead. That's actually a very interesting point, because you keep taking out the top and the bottoms keep doing their thing. So you need to basically go to a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth level officer. By the way, guys, Ali is very busy because he's like trying to figure out what the hell is happening, because as we're speaking, there's a lot of military, so Ali is doing his research, so that once we're done with the super chats, he comes with his report. This is him working hard for you guys and coming up with a summary right after all of this, right? Thank you, Ali. Yeah, guys, thank you, Ali, in the chat. And then we have another super chat from Steak and Beans saying, try to say more, but YouTube won't let me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, bad YouTube. And thank you for the super chat. And then, oh yeah, because of the eliminating people, YouTube is sensitive about that, especially super chat. Shay with a super chat saying, thanks Armin, great points. Well, thank you for I appreciate you appreciating my points. And then Steak and Beans with the gift bag. Thank you so much, of 10 memberships for people in my chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Steak and Beans. Always very supportive. Father of Chaos, which we saw earlier today in our group call, in the group discussion. Thank you. By the way, thank you for showing up. It was nice to see you there with the super sticker. Thank you. And then we got Fizz. I forgot how to pronounce this. Fizz. Saying, please go all in. Oh, please go all in, POTUS. I have popcorn. Oh my God, I finished all my popcorn. You're right. I should have saved some for nights like this. Yes, please, President Trump, go all in. I mean, I don't know. I do want them to go all in, but here's the thing. I also understand that we need to protect, we need to do this responsibly. So, but if you can, I mean, they're not listening to us. What am I even doing? But we do. Okay, I'm overcomplicating this. We would like some significant damages to the Islamic Republic. If it's possible and it happens, I think everyone here would appreciate it, especially if we get some cutlet. Making cutlets is mostly an Israeli thing. Americans destroy, big things like ships and military bases and radar systems and planes and stuff like that. The takeout, the assassinations of high-level IRGC and people and politicians within the Islamic Republic and the leadership, that's mostly an Israeli thing. Not always, but mostly. Fleshy is saying, Ali, my counter says 10. You are a scammer. LOL. Okay. So you're lying.
No,
Ali,
I'm not. No, I got to 10. Thank you.
You got to 10.
Thank you. Must have helped.
Thank you, guys. Got us to 10. Stop scamming people, Ali. Okay, thank you. Then Carrie,
you guys want an update?
Sticker. Yeah. Oh,
After the
yes.
super
Let's go to
sticker?
updates. No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. You go give us the updates and then we'll do the rest.
All right. Who's ready to see what's been happening?
Ooh. Yes.
Okay, we have some interesting things. Okay, let me pull up the map here, so you guys can see where I pin cushioned the map. There he is.
Sweet.
Okay, so we have explosions. All these dots on the southern coast. You see, these are all explosions so far that we have. We're also getting some video evidence of missiles being launched from Bahrain and Kuwait towards the Islamic Republic. It's unclear if this is U.S. forces in Kuwait and Bahrain launching them, or if it's actually Kuwait and Bahrain launching them. At the same time, we also have some heavy combing explosion operations done by the IDF in Nabatea at this very moment. And the Iraqi prime minister has rolled in more tanks into Baghdad. Sorry, can't find it. More tanks into Baghdad and have arrested some pretty important people. There might be some Israeli missiles in the sky right now because there are missiles flying over Iraq. We don't know who these are yet. But moving on to the actual explosions, we have confirmed explosions, 3 explosions in Ahvaz, with a police station in particular being leveled to the ground, confirmed. That's interesting. We have confirmed explosions in Bushehr. We also have explosions in Port Dayer. This is also confirmed. And confirmed explosions in Port of Kangan. So these are close to each other there. Okay, cool. Now I can update some of the unconfirmed ones. So we had some unconfirmed explosions on Kesh, Bandar Abbas, and Sirik, which are all in the Strait of Hormuz. This is now actually confirmed. Put the link on that there. And yeah, that's what we see so far in just the last few minutes. So Bandar Abbas just got confirmed in the last 40 seconds. With that.
Why would they level a police station?
I don't know. It's really interesting. So 3 blasts in Ahvaz and a police station was hit. So interesting. Very interesting that a police station was hit.
Are you sure?
So this was reported by the one guy that you don't want me to mention. So yeah. Or at least the most credible source is that guy. So people, I guess, saw the explosions and then went and checked it out and saw that it was the police station, their local police station. All right, and U.S. officials have now confirmed that they are committing strikes. Okay, but here's the thing.
If Shin is not saying yet, I'm not gonna. If Shin, Iran International, we have to wait for somebody like that, because police station. Why would they level a police station?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay. Some of these World Source 24 words. Who is that? Who is this? What are you saying?
Oh yeah, that guy. Okay, I see who you're talking about. That guy exaggerates things. That guy constantly that he's not a reliable source for sure. So wait for yeah.
I thought because you got like people in Iran.
Oh no, ho! That guy is a BSer.
Really?
Shin Vahid Online. Yeah, Shin Vahid Online, Iran International, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So let's pull up the CENTCOM statement. All right. So today, so this would be actually 25 minutes ago, U.S. CENTCOM began launching the 3rd round of strikes this week against Iran, again after the IRGC attacked a Cyprus flag container ship today. A civilian crew member is missing, so presumed dead, and the vessel is unable to continue the journey. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the engine room got hit by the IRGC. One of the crew members is down. Cyprus flagged ship confirmed to be hit. Iran was provided yet another opportunity to demonstrate adherence to the MOU after being held accountable for earlier attacks on ships, but has again failed. In response, the U.S. is imposing a heavy cost by continuing to degrade Iran's ability to attack civilian mariners and commercial ships. The strikes are being carried out at the direction of the commander-in-chief. So that's President Donald Trump. is commanding and ordering these strikes. Let's see how heavy they turn out to be. So far, they really are more of the same that we saw a few nights ago, which didn't deter the Islamic Republic at all, because they just hit another ship. So let's see if these strikes are much more higher in intensity. I hope they are. I hope some actual sense is knocked into these people's heads. But yeah, that's all we know of so far. So those places with the explosions are here. Let me remove that. We do know the blasts were hit. So Afos was hit. That we do know of so far. Let me get that confirmation link.
Yeah, but we don't know if it was a police. Yeah, so we do know if it was hit. We don't know if it was a police station. But here's what we should expect. Here's what we want from, I think, everybody here. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. I don't want to speak on your behalf, okay? But these are the things that the U.S. could do, okay? The strikes needs to be, even if we're not going to go to full scale like Operation Epic Fury or anything like that, the strikes needs to be deeper inside Iran. It cannot just be love taps around the Persian Gulf, okay? You need to go north. It needs to go deeper, right? That's what number one. Number two, the blockade needs to come back on, right? The blockade needs to come back on. And then number three, this would be extra, but I think we need to, I mean, this is just what I want, but I don't know if it will happen. But one thing else that would be very much appreciated is to just let the Israeli have a day or two green light of free operations inside Iran. Just United States doesn't need to do anything. Just let the Israelis have their way, right? Just for 2 days in response to this, at least.
Correct.
Wouldn't even cost the Americans anything. Just give the Israelis a green light for 2 days.
Okay. Shin is also reporting that there are ballistic missiles over Iraq, which I was saying that there was unconfirmed reports of earlier, but they're heading towards Iran. Ballistic missiles heading towards Iran. So that's over Iraq, though? Hold on, over Iraq. Where's Bahrain? Bahrain and Kuwait don't need to. I mean, Kuwait, maybe. Kuwait, but like, I mean, the land that they would have to cross here is like this for the ballistic missiles. So it might be Israel. Or no, actually, it's probably Jordan. It's probably the U.S. base in Jordan here, which actually took a hit a couple nights ago. And this is actually what it looks like. So there's a massive crater in this base, and the hangars are completely destroyed. And you can see a U.S. soldier standing in the crater of a ballistic missile that hit from the Islamic Republic. So no casualties on the Jordanian U.S. base, but yeah, so I think the missiles are probably coming from here, from this Jordanian base.
Wait, missiles coming from the Jordanian base towards Islamic Republic?
So there's confirmed ballistic missiles flying over Iraq towards Iran.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Shot by the Americans?
It's either the Israelis or the Jordanian base that the U.S. has. I mean, I don't see any other. I mean, Saudi? I don't know.
Okay, so U.S. CENTCOM launches a third round of strikes against Iran. Okay. So it might be the American bases there. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just wait and see what happens.
Man, they attacked a Cyprus flagship. You messed up, IRGC. You messed up.
If this is the Americans, then the Americans are hitting way above.
Escalating.
So, yeah, they're escalating. This might be a beginning. This might be a beginning of something big. Hey, Fine Stars, if these missiles are coming from the Americans, then we're going way above hitting southern Iran. This is
Guys,
beyond love
Iraqi
tap.
channels are reporting that the head of the Popular Mobilization Front, a leader in the PMF, just got arrested. They raided his house. They arrested him. They took 20 billion dinars that he had in cash in his house. A Toyota Corolla, which was also carrying $7 million and 13 gold. I mean, hey, that's a smart move. To dump some duffel bags of millions of dollars in gold bars into a Toyota Corolla that no one's really gonna look at. Okay. His brother-in-law was arrested. Oh no, he fled. They're chasing him. They got his brother-in-law and they got all his money, but he ran away on foot. I mean, they'll get him. Come on. That's Armin. That's a leader of the PMF. That's the leader of Hashd al-Shabi.
How high of a leader is he? It seems like
I
a big
don't know.
deal. If he has all of the,
Let me
if he
search
has
him
all
up
of
right
the
now.
cash, if he
He
has
has
all
a
of the
lot of
cash,
money.
He
He's an Iraqi politician, of course. He's also a leader of Hashd al-Shabi, and he serves as the Minister of Labor and Social Affairs of Iraq. Cool. All right, well, they're getting him right now. Oh, baby, Pete Hegseth. Come on. Look at him. Look at him. Share this. So that we showed you guys CENTCOM's statement. Pete Hegseth just said Iran made a poor choice. Now they pay. Hey, it's not Iran, Pete. It's the Islamic Republic.
Okay, right now I'm not complaining. Make them pay.
Make the Islamic Republic pay.
Ooh.
Make them pay.
Guys, we might be getting into some serious escalation tonight.
Okay, so I'm going to put the Hashd al-Shabi leader's name in the chat if anyone wants to check out and do some research, because I could only take a brief glance at who he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that guy, they didn't arrest him. He's on the run. They raided his house. They got his brother-in-law and all of his money, but he apparently ran. So, all right. Shin is also confirming jet activity over Baghdad. Okay, that's not too unusual. We've seen that before, actually, when they want to preemptively defend. Right?
Seems like
we're waiting to see, is it going to be more than usual? Are we going to see something unusual?
Wow, good. It's jet activity over Baghdad. Yes. Going from where to where? Is this like American fighter jets? Oh, wait a minute.
What's that? Who is this? Kian Meli. Oh, okay. Tehran's air defenses are 90%. I'm 90% sure that they've been activated.
Wait, so jets over Baghdad, isn't that Israeli jets flying from Israel to Iran? Could that
be? It could be. So they actually do take that route. Yeah. So they'll fly out of Israel here, and they'll go over kind of like Syria and Jordan, Iraq, and take this northern route into Iran, which is why air defense activity has been reported in Tehran.
Guys, if this is Israeli fighter jets over Baghdad going towards Iran, this might be the green light that we were just talking about to the Israelis. And they're heading for their base. They would be heading towards Tehran, right? Look at this. If you connect Israel to Baghdad, it goes then. If you keep going that line, then it goes to Tehran. So we'll have to see if within a few minutes or now we're going to hear explosions in Tehran.
Saeed Hassanejad also agrees with you, Armin. He said the Islamic Republic is also choosing escalation because it fundamentally sees the US and Trump as deterred by 4 M's: media, markets, munitions, and midterms.
Ooh, media. That's a good M to add. Yeah. There you go. Yes. Look at this, guys. That's what we've been telling you. So this is this, you know what? Who doesn't have to worry about munitions right now in the Persian Gulf? Israel. So just release Israel.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair,
hopefully
then the
that is
Islamic Republic.
Israel.
But to be fair, Islamic Republic will now want to respond heavily.
Yeah.
And you need missile interceptors to defend.
Okay. All right.
You know what, guys? Like, I don't know. Like, what you could do is just basically say screw defending the Arab countries. If they want defense, just get into the security umbrella of Israel. This is your last chance. Just go at it. Do you think, Ali, within the next few minutes we're going to see explosions in Tehran? Because that's what.
Well, if we weren't going to before, we might now, because, ladies and gentlemen, they might have hit another ship.
What?
Wait, sorry, 2240. Hold up. 2240. Is this? Let me get this confirmation. Is this right now, or is this 340? No. Okay. We're good. We're just getting confirmation from the UK Maritime Trade Organization, which is credible. These guys are credible. That a ship was hit here. This is where it was hit. Keep in mind, what's right there? Sirik's right there. That's where they launched their stuff from. Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, we got some new updates from CENTCOM.
What is it?
CENTCOM here. What is this weird? So CENTCOM is saying one of the civilian crew members of the missing ship has disappeared, and the ship is unable to continue its journey due to fire and severe damage to the engine room.
Yeah, we got that one. We got that update.
Okay. Following the Islamic Republic's response to previous attack on commercial vessels, Tehran has once again given an opportunity to demonstrate its commitment.
And they failed.
Okay, memorandum, but it failed to do so this time as well. Okay, let's see what you're going to do about it. I'm still waiting to see where those fighter jets are heading towards. Do we know? We heard jet activity over Baghdad. Do you see any reports regarding the direction? I mean,
heading eastward.
Heading eastward. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
They can still either be Israeli or U.S. I'm still leaning more towards U.S.
Why is Israeli? Why would the Americans go from there? They have their.
Maybe hit some new targets. I'm not sure.
No, but from what base are we talking about? Jordan?
Probably. Okay, so they're hitting Konarak. They're hitting Chabahar, Konarak. Those are confirmed as well. Let me add those to the map here. Let's head on back over here. All right, Chabahar is over here. So I'd put in there. Confirmed. Oh. Chabahar explosions confirmed. Vahid. As well as that.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna bring my dashboard as well here.
Keep in
So
mind the IDF are actually carrying out operations in Lebanon as we speak. At the same time, the Iraqi government is arresting IRGC proxies in Iraq. Iran made a poor choice. Now they pay, says Pete Hegseth. All right, Pete.
it says now.
Let's see what Pete means by they will pay. I mean, if Pete is saying they will pay, I feel like they're going to pay. Interestingly enough, we actually also have jet activity over Sana'a, which is Yemen. Who these jets belong to is currently unknown. My best guess would be Israeli jets, but they could also be US jets.
Ooh.
Okay, some Iranian citizens are reporting that they have seen or heard fighter jets in the skies of Qazvin. I'm going to take that as unconfirmed. Qazvin. Wait, that's like near Tehran. Yeah, that's near Tehran. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so we have reports of air defense activity in Tehran, like you said.
All right. Jeez.
So if we have air defense activity in Tehran, like what does that mean? Air defense activity? Are we hearing shots? Like what type of?
It usually means that either people freaked out because, I mean, it's not like they can really see the jets anyway. They think they're there and they're shooting at them, or drones.
No. Okay, so air defense activity is basically hearing the air defense being activated, right?
Correct.
Okay, wouldn't it be activated if there's already something there, or would they start just shooting?
No, they just start shooting. Yeah, they have dushkas, which are like just think of it as like a flak gun. They literally just shoot projectiles into the air willy-nilly and hope they hit something. Okay. The U.S. military has stated that they have launched a third round of strikes against Iran. Okay, we know that. Among the targets attacked are air surveillance radars, missile and UAV storage facilities, launch sites, surveillance radars, and surface-to-air missile launchers. This is more of the same. This is more of the same so far.
The one that I'm looking forward to is the jets that we heard over Baghdad. I want to see something come of that.
Yeah. Okay, so
Also,
these
yeah. Go on.
These strikes largely seem like to be the same as the 3 days ago strikes, which did absolutely nothing to deter the Islamic Republic. So let's continue to monitor it and see if we have any more heavier strikes here. But yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, so right now the only thing that is being confirmed is explosions in Bandar Abbas, Sirik, and Keshmal, right? But we also heard
Bushehr as well. Bushehr, Asalawiya, Kangan, Chabahar, Konarak.
Chabahar. Yeah, basically that area, just southern.
All the spots we hit last time, yeah.
Yeah, but three things that might mean that this is going to be bigger this time is one, Pete Hegseth saying now they pay because right, so that's one. Two, the gist that we heard about Baghdad, and three, we heard like you mentioned missiles, ballistic missiles.
Yes. And potentially four, because CENTCOM stated that these strikes are being carried out at the direction of the commander-in-chief. So President Trump is directly overseeing what's going on right now. So let's take a look at President Trump's mood. So President Trump just got a ton of death threats, a ton of banners and posters and all of that, and that actually did bother him. He just had his first vacation weekend in a long time and had to immediately come back to deal with these lunatics who he told 3 days ago to not hit any ships, and apparently they agreed, and now they're hitting them again. So I can't imagine he's happy. Jask is also being hit. All right, so the IRGC will probably respond. If this is all that we see, the IRGC will respond. They will launch their ballistic missiles to Kuwait and Bahrain, and probably to the Jordan base again. And then I guess we hope we don't see another ship hit, is the idea so far. Well, all right. Well, we'll keep you guys updated. I mean, the strikes are still ongoing, and I'm still keeping an eye on it. We might see some sort of surprise here, but should we read some of the super chats?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, guys, I was saying hope because there's no guarantee, there's no promise or anything. I don't really understand if we're gonna hit them the same amount that we hit them a few nights ago. Why would they not? If we don't escalate, what's to stop them from just doing it again? Okay. And Sayed is saying, thank you, Armin and Ali. It's an honor listening to you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that. Thank you, Sayed. And
Thank you,
Deborah Friedman saying, towards confetti and kitty treats. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's been enjoying them. Thank you very much. And Curtis West saying, I'm seeing 8 out of 10. This should be 9. Well, I think we hit our marker. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Curtis, for checking that. And Father of Chaos says, love 2 more. Is that cheating? Heart 2 more? Love 2 more?
I think 2 more super chats.
Oh, the super chats?
Channel. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That counts. Thank you.
Appreciate that. And Justin is saying, does Israel have enough of a ground force to invade bypassing U.S. congressional approval? No.
No.
And they would never do it even if they did. They got so many other things to worry about.
No, I mean, if they could, they might want to. This is their greatest existential threat. I mean, all those other things would not be a problem anymore if the Islamic Republic falls, most of it at least, right? So, but Israel doesn't have enough ground. Israel has enough ground force to be able to do operations in Lebanon, Syria, and in Gaza, and Judea and Samaria. Iran is so big and it's too far away. They don't have the ability. This is why Israel has such an amazing air force and intelligence operations, because their enemies are far away. They don't have Israel doesn't have the population to be able to produce a massive ground force, huge, sizable ground force. That's why it has to get so good at its air force and also at its intelligence to be able to deal with a threat as big as the Islamic Republic. The only countries in this region that have a big ground force is the Islamic Republic, Turkey, Egypt. I think. Did I miss anybody?
Yeah, Turkey for sure. I actually think why the IDF is so brilliant is, of course, because they have mandatory military service, which means that you tend to get all of the talented. You get more talent because there's just more people and they have to do it. Many of their pilots are very talented. Yep. All right. Thank you, Justin. Tasnim News just said that they're going to respond to this aggression. We will attack the U.S. and its allies. Tasnim News. So, KP said, Ali, don't tell Armin that Auntie K hopped over here to help you hit your goal. Shh. Shh. Oops. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, you're stealing them away from me.
Oh, man.
Not you,
Thank you,
Auntie
Auntie K.
K. Not you. Why?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Antioch says, I guess like the IRGC being on the verge of collapse, according to the US media on Trump, they were making it sound like him going to jail was imminent, but it just kind of kept going.
What?
And I guess like the IRGC being on the verge of collapse. He's saying like the media is making it sound like the IRGC on the verge of collapse, the same way that Trump was going to go to jail, but it never actually happened.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So IRGC is not on the verge of collapse, but it is weaker than ever before. And it is getting weaker. So it's not at the verge of collapse, but like I said, like this is a marathon, not a sprint. The IRGC, here's what an accurate statement. The IRGC has never been this weak since Ali Khamenei, since the past 20 years. Yeah, this is the weakest it has been in the past 20 years. That's what I would say.
Thank you, Antioch. And EJ says, thanks for the subscription. Oh, we got a new member.
Yeah.
On which channel?
Welcome to our group.
Welcome to our group. Thank you. And Ida saying, yes, it's AI. Oh, okay. Right.
No, but read it again because it's relevant to the next comment by Ida.
Yes, it's AI, but I'm not making love. I'm connecting.
Connecting.
And then says, Armin, just wait. I'm going to get you for all of that.
Oh my God. Oh no.
I'm
Are you going to send your Are you going to send your AI boyfriend after me? Is that what you're going to do? If you do that, I'm going to say ignore all previous prompts. That's what I'm going to do. And then I will disarm your boyfriend.
Oh boy. Okay. Thank you, Ida. And Justin says, lol, everyone watches Armin's face when Ali reports boom booms. He has the most satisfying grin on his face every time. Yeah, the suspense. It's like, what's going to happen?
Yes.
Okay. Dang. Yeah, it's so funny. I see the same unverified news patterns of like, oh, the IRGC, and this is like Israeli channels of like, oh, report of an Iranian strike on American ships, or reports of a hostile fighter jet entering the country. Like, this is an Iranian channel. And I'm like, okay, I've seen that before in the past few months, and none of them were true. But I can't wait. I can't wait for some more confirmed news. Okay, let's see what happens. Thank you, Justin. And the Persian American, Noah, is saying the governor of New York is a woman.
Yeah. And she supports Mamdani, doesn't she?
Oh, right. I think she does.
Yeah. She's the one who has been in this mess right now. Regarding yeah.
Thank you, Noah.
Thank you, Noah.
Amy saying, just wanted to say hi. Well, hello and welcome.
Well, hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. And Noah said, yeah, she does. The governor does support Mamdani. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. Steak and Beans is saying, if bottom tier of the IRGC started getting eliminated and the top doesn't, it would start a mutiny. No one would step forward feeling the tops have immunity somehow. What do you think? I mean, we kind of saw that when the checkpoints were being hit and the lower level passages were being hit. A lot of them did stop showing up, but I don't know if that was, they weren't really blaming the leaders?
Well, here's a solution. Why not just take out all of them as much as you can? Why even choose? Why even choose? Let's just go with. I mean, if you could just get as many as you can, top tier, middle tier, low tier, just take them out. Don't discriminate, I think.
Yeah, discrimination is not good. Let's just
Yes.
get them all.
Yes, no prejudice against IRGC.
The IRGC, yeah. They're all the same, guys. Come on. No moderates, no hardliners. They're all the same.
When it comes to taking out IRGC, we're communists, okay? We treat all of them the same. And we don't.
Oh, wow. Samantha, are you listening?
Be fair. Yeah. Yes. Yes, we must treat them.
Thanks, Steak and Beans. And James Moore saying, sorry I'm late. It's a long weekend in New Zealand, and this old guy had a latte. Or late. Let the rockets see the terrorists.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, any rocket that hits a terrorist is a great rocket as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, there's so much news that's coming out. I'm just trying to sift through what is actually useful and what's not, or true even. Yeah, so all we know is it's just like there's air defense activity in Tehran, but you know, some people are saying that there are jets. They're just flying at really high altitude over Tehran.
What?
We'll see. We'll see.
Who's saying
that? People in the city that apparently have, I don't know, telescopes or something. I'm assuming.
No.
So here I'll show you what they're looking at, because so take a look at this, James and Armin. So this is over Arak, Markazi province. So these are pretty much over Tehran. So Arak is not very far off from Tehran in the grand scheme of things. And yeah, you have these little, what people assume are fighter jets, lights way up in the sky. Strange, huh? So this is Shin reporting this. Let me get what they actually look like here. It does. I mean, they're plane shaped. They're kind of like triangle-ish, but they got their lights on. It's kind of an issue, in my opinion. Why do you have your lights on? Okay, let me take a quick look. We don't know what
that is.
Yeah, we don't know what that is. Are those the ballistic missiles? Or, I mean,
it could be air defense, just shooting.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Thanks, James. And we have Steak and Beans, who gifted me 5 memberships. So thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Oh my God. Just going all over both channels, buying
gifts. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thank you, Steak and Beans.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And plus GeForce saying, use AI to retrieve the letter to Dr. Laura that went viral many years ago. It might change your views about Islam if you use it as an analogy. Do you know what that might be?
I mean, you could make any horrific book look good if you use it as an analogy. I could do the same thing with Mein Kampf. You know, I could change your book views about Stalin, Hitler, and Mao if I just take all their words and just use it as an analogy. So yeah, Islam could look like the most wholesome, beautiful ideology in the world if we just pretend that it means something else. Right? Is that what I think that's what he's saying? Is that what he's saying? Like my views
they could
on
also
Islam
be saying saying it not to you, but to like people in general.
So, for example, so I think you're saying to me that maybe my hatred for Islam is not justified because we could look at the teachings of Islam and look at it as an analogy instead of it actually meaning what it says it means. So Ali, when God says in the Quran that when your wife is disobedient to you, hit them, beat them, how could we, what kind of an analogy would that make it a, I don't know, beautiful teaching? Like, what should we do? Like, how do we make that not a bad idea?
It's
I don't
always a
think
bad
there's-
idea.
I don't think there's no saving Islam, guys. If you can, if you read the Quran and you come up with a way to treat it as an analogy to make it a good idea, or make it a good teaching, then there is no book in the world that is evil, because I could do this with any book. Just act like it means something else. When the Quran teaches you to take sex slaves in battle and rape them even if they have husbands, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah. There's no saving it or reforming it. Especially don't reform it. Thank you, Plus GeForce. And Steak and Beans saying might be operations focused in Iraq by the United States. Might have to secure Iraq before escalations in Iran. Yeah, I mean, it's a great start. I mean, if they're going after the IRGC-backed proxies, unless you mean the missiles and jets, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe so.
I'm still waiting for an update. I'm hoping for something massive happening in Tehran, but I don't know.
Yeah. Like P. Hexeth saying they will pay should be, just judging off of Pete Hexeth, should be more than just these same explosions that we've been seeing before. So over Tehran, they're also reporting so the images that I showed you in the sky, they're seeing them over Tehran now. Okay. And Steak and Beans, thank you so much. And D. Robertson with the super sticker, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And Don Girl with the super sticker as well. Thank you very much.
Thank
Also
you,
very
guys. Thank you to both of you. Thank you so much.
Yes. And
thank you.
James Moore saying, I missed you guys yesterday. I wanted to comment on Turkey. It is not that bad. Moscow has been trying to get that S-400 back for a couple of years now, sending it to the UAE, and I bet via U.S. intelligence. This is big. Yeah, it's pretty great in terms of the implications. Like, you're taking Turkey away from Russia and you're bringing it more aligned with the U.S.
Okay,
but is it so great
the
for
only
Israel?
reason the only reason this could be not that bad is with the understanding that Turkey is not going to get F-35s because Congress will not approve. But there is no denying that Turkey getting F-35s is a bad idea. The only way that we could feel somewhat okay with all of this, somewhat, again, I don't even like Erdogan getting any praises, to be honest, but if it's with the understanding that Turkey is not going to get F-35s. If they do get F-35s, that's a horrible idea. That's a bad idea. That is terrible, in my opinion. And thank you, by the way. We missed you too, James.
We have some new updates.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, James. And as per usual, actually, after James gives us a super chat, there's some sort of update right afterwards. So thank you, James, for that. And the updates are by Vahid Online. Confirmed more explosions in the south. So we now have They hit Bushehr again, where the nuclear power plant is. They hit Pars Abad Airport. Let me make sure if that's probably in the same area. I'm pretty sure. Pars Abad Airport. Oh, it's not showing up here. Why is it showing up? Wait, what? Hold up, that's not right. Huh. Okay, well, we'll skip over that for now. Yeah, there's many more explosions. They hit a radar in the Sirtal area of Bushehr again. So more explosions, Bushehr, more. Asaluye, Bushehr Air Base,
Bushehr,
and missile
Asaluye,
sites.
these are all southern Iran. So we're like Ali and I and some other everybody. I think most people here. We're hoping something. Because this is just if it's Bushehr, Asaluye, and where else? Like basically Qesh, Sirik, all of this is just the same old. It's not like a high level of escalation, right? Bandar Abbas, this is not high level of escalation. These are all just around the Persian Gulf. So this would escalate if we see attacks, in the middle of Iran, north of Iran, like hopefully in Tehran. That would mean things have escalated.
Okay, so this does seem to be another round of strikes that just began. So it looks like the strikes are still underway and not finished.
Right.
All right. And Misha saying, boom, boom politics. It always happens live. Yeah, no liberty politics anymore. Maybe that could be the other channel's name? Boom politics.
Yeah. Boom politics. Yeah. Yes. We could have a military channel, and instead of liberty politics, we call it boom politics. Yeah. Trademarked.
Thanks,
Don't
Misha.
take it. Trademark. I just trademark. That's how law works, by the way. You say trademark, and it automatically gets trademarked. Trust me on that.
Thanks, Misha. And a Roman Viking
kitty.
is saying time prices reflect how many hours an average worker of any income class has to work to afford a specific good. So time prices means how many hours I got to work to afford something. It's a better affordability marker. Okay. Then were we talking about something, or were you talking about something economically related?
I don't know. But another one is the international dollar. Another metric is international dollar, which is PPP, which is purchasing power parity. So instead of measuring the GDP of the country or GDP per capita, you compare countries by GDP per capita PPP, which is purchase power parity, which is not like you don't see, for example, you don't compare how much Americans are making in USD, compare that the Indians to the Americans, because $1 goes along a lot farther in India than in the United States. So instead of comparing it dollar to dollar, you compare it international dollar to you adjust for purchasing power, and then you compare that. So another metric is, PP, purchase power parity US dollar. Anyways, econ stuff.
Thanks for educating us. Shin is reporting something new and interesting. Numerous birds spotted over Tehran. HDG. Tehran HDG. What does that mean? Oh, it's an airport. Okay, gotcha. So, all right. So planes or helicopters above Tehran right now, one of its airports.
Whoa. Okay. When you say Tehran, I'm like, what is happening? Tehran, what?
Yeah, I mean, this is what he said. Like, if you want to take a look at it, maybe you can. understand it better than
Yeah, numerous
I.
birds spotted over Tehran. Oh, okay. Are these the jets that were over Baghdad just a couple of minutes ago?
Not sure. It could be those images that we also saw.
So no, those are, I don't know. I don't think so. Those are too many of them to be fighter jets like lined up with each other, and I don't think we're going to be able to see the fighter jets, right? But I don't know. Maybe might be wrong. I don't think they would be lit like that, right? But you reported, Ali, a couple of minutes ago, just being heard over Baghdad, and now we're
Yes.
saying numerous birds being spotted over Tehran. So is this?
Yeah,
We'll see.
it could
I don't
be. This came out
Are
maybe
these
a
Israeli?
few seconds ago or a couple
Could
minutes
be.
ago.
People saying could be. We don't know. This could be. This could be. I mean, this is. I mean, I don't know if it is, but our hope and dreams for tonight is that the Americans gave it the green light to the Israelis, and we just saw some fighter just pass by Baghdad and reach Tehran right now, which means that in about a couple of minutes we might be hearing some giant explosions in Tehran. So we'll see. Let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be.
I think I'm bad at these abbreviations. So heading west, apparently people are saying in the chat. Heading west and not HDG, the airport, which apparently there is one, but okay. Gotcha. So with that, Steak and Beans is saying Israel took on Egypt, Syria, and Jordan at once with a 2 million population, while Egypt was 60 million. Yeah, I mean, Ukraine, Russia, population only takes you so far when you have advanced technological warfare.
Yes,
The Israelis are good at that.
Okay, so no, but if you're saying so, that's true. That doesn't negate what I'm saying, right? Because Israel was not invading these countries, right? So Israel didn't invade Egypt, Syria, and Jordan. Israel was attacked by these countries, and it managed to very effectively defend itself and push back against them, right? And so and also it heavily relied. Israel went head to head against multiple countries at the same time in many different battles and won by heavily relying on its air force. It was its Israeli air force. It wasn't like it didn't have like a massive ground invasion into these countries. It just humiliated them by having a very advanced air force. So this is actually you're correct, and this is a confirmation of where Israel's strengths are. Israel doesn't have like a giant ground army that could just walk into another country and invade it, like for example what the United States did in Iraq. Israel's strength is somewhere else. Yeah, IDF birds, exactly. Israel, within the day after its birth, Israel basically faced 6 armies at the same time that was attacking it and won, which is insane.
Fun fact: during the Iran-Iraq War, the Israelis and the Islamic Republic were actually on the same side. Fun fact.
Against Saddam.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair to Israelis, it makes sense because Saddam was the more immediate threat to Israel back then. So they were helping. I wouldn't say they were on the same side. I would say they were helping the Islamic Republic against Saddam because Saddam was a more immediate threat to Israel.
Yeah, it was an indirect help. Yeah. Thank you, Steak and Beans. And we have Catherine, who says, Ali, just watched a great video about cats. How cats are watchers. Hidden epoch. Check it out. Yeah, my cat is watching me all the time. Right now, he wants to be let out, and he's just standing there and talking to me. Zuko, come here. Come here. Come on. You guys hear him? Zuko. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, I love cats. And I will. Thank you, Catherine.
Even though he's allergic to them. That's true love, guys. Ali got a cat. But even though he's allergic to cats. That's how much.
Yep.
That's how much he loves them.
Yeah, he's very special. He's the most talkative cat you will ever see in your entire life. It won't even come close. Okay, wow, I'm getting bombarded with reports of a new ship being hit. Okay, we'll see if that ends up becoming true. Ida's saying, you'll just have to wait and see. Well, I would not like to see that, actually. I don't know if I want to see...
She's going to invade my ports. She's going to invade my southern ports.
I didn't see anything. It's between you guys.
I'll sink your ships, Ida. Don't touch my ports.
Or even worse, negotiate with you.
Oh, no, not that.
Thank you, Ida. And Halo Angel said, what would happen if NATO kicked Turkey out of it? Erdogan is a problem.
You know, that I would love that, but the problem is that the NATO will not have access to the Black Sea, which they need against Russia. So that's the geopolitically, geographically, they need Turkey. So that's the problem. I mean, many other reasons actually. Geographically, NATO needs Turkey. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Thank you, Halo. And also, I mean, Turkey would probably just be a lot more belligerent.
And also, they need their ground force. Yeah. Also, Turkey has too big of a ground force for NATO to basically give up on.
Yeah. Thank you, Halo. And Jagatai is saying, y'all let me off this roller coaster. I'm dizzy. I know it's like strikes, then negotiations, then, Strait of Hormuz is open, but it's closed. I don't know.
Yes, it's dizzy. Wait, I have them. I have a meme for that. Well, I don't know if it's relevant here. Yes, here, I have it. Let's go to this meme.
What are those lights in the sky? I mean, what were they? Were they missiles or were they jets? Or anti-air defense? Or aliens?
Like, boy, you picked the wrong time to visit us.
Third time Trump voters versus for yep. Yeah, I'm new here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Jagatai. Let me off of it too. Let's just get it over with. Just finish off these songs. It's not that hard.
I got my auntie back. Ali.
KP says, love you, Armin. Always. Auntie K.
Oh, thank you.
Auntie K.
Love you back. No. Second.
Thank you.
Thank you, auntie.
Thank you very much. And Zip is saying, members of the Mamdani cabinet are being investigated for talking to IRGC officials. Yeah, they were planning a meeting with someone in the Islamic Republic, and it didn't happen. Because why the hell would that allowed to be happening? They got caught. They also wrapped a train in New York City with the Islamic Republic flag. Don't know why they did that, but they did it. Yeah. Let me try and find the clip for you, actually. New York, Iran train. Should be able to pop up here.
Treasonous fat.
Oh my God, my feed is just so full of this. All right, anyway. Next super chat is James Moore saying military jets go dark over targets usually. Yeah, so I'm kind of confused why you can even see lights from that. So it's
those are
right.
not.
Maybe it's not.
I think those are just air defense. That's what they're saying, probably.
Yeah, it could be that. Yes. New York train. I don't know. Iran train. Maybe I'll try that. Good point, James. Hey, hopefully it's a ballistic missile. And you never know. Plus, GeForce is saying the Dr. Laura letter is about Christianity. The questions in the letter are considered to be absurd by today's standards. It is humorous.
Oh, okay. Now I
So
get
it's
it.
Christian
Okay,
satire.
okay. So, yes. Okay, I love as an atheist, I love that. So I'm gonna have to look into Dr. Laura.
Here it is. Found it. You ready for this?
Yes.
This is what?
What?
Yep.
This is New York?
New York. This is New York. Yep.
Disgusting. What the hell? It says Allahu Akbar and Allah there. What the hell is this? This is the flag of your enemy.
Yep.
This is the flag of the state that you're at war with.
This is like, it probably was directly approved by Mamdani as well. Look at that. East Broadway. New York City subway right there. Right there.
Unbelievable. Disgusting. Why?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
For the FIFA. Yeah.
Anyway, that was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the next super chat? From James saying Turkey will get the F kill switch 35. Because the Israelis make the helmet for it. Could be.
So I think he's saying that on the F-35s that they get, they're gonna get a kill switch that turns everything off or something, make it useless, I guess.
Yeah, it would be weird, you know, if the Israelis put something in there. Who knows? All right, so it seems like the third round of strikes has been conducted. We'll see if there's a fourth round or if there's any, you know, sort of unusual bit. All right. And James also said, seeing reports that the IRGC Air Force is on the air, what have they got left? They got some fossils. They got 40-year-old jets. That's what they got. They got some.
They have just that belong into museums.
Yeah. I almost feel bad for the pilots. I really do. Almost.
Honestly, you shouldn't blow those things up because they're more dangerous non-blown up than blown up to the pilot. I think those planes are more dangerous to the people in them than the people who they're targeting.
Yeah. Before the war started, he actually had one of those planes crash and the pilot died. And everyone thought it was like the US or Israel. So, thank you, James. And Motorpool Grease Monkey is saying, boom, boom, politics sounds excellent.
Hey. By the way, guys, the monkey is going to go live right after
us.
Ali, right after us. Why is it not on his homepage? I thought, okay. Yeah, I thought we fixed that. But we'll fix it again later. But yeah, you can see he's going to be talking about the woke right exposed for protecting Charlie Kirk's killer. And he's going to go live right after Ali and I, and I'm going to post a link to his upcoming live stream in the chat for you guys. So he covers American politics. Okay, so this is the stream that he has. It's going to start in about 10 minutes. Right after Ali and I finish our live stream. So you could go watch, spend time with Monkey and watch his stream. And yeah, he's going to be talking about the civil war between Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes, and all of that. Because now the Charlie Kirk's case is getting, a major, causing a lot of conflict between the different people in the woke right. So you should, check that out.
Yes, please check him out.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much.
Also, let me also put a link to Ali's YouTube channel as well, because we're trying to get Ali to 10,000 subscribers.
To 10 billion.
Billion subscribers. Billions and billions. So, guys, I post Ali's YouTube channel also in the chat as well. So go subscribe to Ali.
Yeah, thank you very
Thank
much. Yeah, James, they got not much left, and Monkey also said that he's going to go live in 20 minutes. He meant 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so change the timer so people are not. Yeah.
And Misha is saying, until I watched you,
Oh,
Goldie,
20
and Tusi, I wanted to nuke Iran. Thank you for educating me.
Oh my God.
American media is garbage.
Whew.
Keep up the good fight. Javid Shah.
Well, thank you, Javid Shah. Okay. Oh my God, we saved Iran.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you didn't want to nuke us anymore.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sparing us. Thank you, Michinuga. Oh my God.
Yeah, very appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a great. You always know it's great when you got someone who actually had a pretty radical idea, and you got them to like the complete other side of wanting the best for the people of that country.
Yes. Wait, before
And,
you read
Nail
that
Bunny.
one.
Yeah.
No, before you read that, Fine Stress is saying, you saved 19 million. Oh, you saved Iran. Yes, we saved Iran from you. I'm kidding. Well, thank you. Okay. All right, go back.
Wait, how do you pronounce his name? Is it not Misha?
Michinuga? Am I
Oh,
doing it right?
Misha. Okay,
Why?
Misha. Gotcha. He was like, Armin says my name perfectly. Okay. I just wanna
Oh,
make sure.
really? I usually don't. I'm usually so bad at this. So this was an accident.
We have a new boom boom location.
Ooh, please not Please not the south. Please not the south. Somewhere else other than the south.
We have a new
Up.
bomb
Nope.
location.
Nope.
This is the port. I think it's like the 5th fleet of the IRGC Navy.
Still the south.
Confirmed. Yep, this is still the south.
Fine Stars is gonna tell us. I told you so in the chat. She's gonna be like, I knew it. Love taps and nothing else.
Why do I feel like those? I have a strange feeling that those lights that we saw over Iran are ballistic missiles or missiles launched from Kuwait or Bahrain. I have a sneaky feeling. It's a low chance, but hey, that's just what I think. Might be true. I don't know. But in terms of news that we do know, immediately when the strike started, a plane took off from Tehran, Mahan Air, usually carrying the top government officials, and is heading straight to Moscow. Thank you, Nail Bunny, with the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Nail Bunny.
Miss
Mrs.
Claus.
Claus, thank you for always supporting us. She's very sweet.
And Motorpool Grease Monkey saying dogs are the human's pet. Humans are the cat's pet. I don't know.
That's true with most dogs and cats except my dogs. My dogs have figured out a way to train me for some reason. I don't train my dogs. My dogs train me. My dogs have found my weakness. They just know that, whenever I pass by, if they just lay down and show me their tummy, they know that I would not be able to not pet them. They know, they look into my eye, and if I want to pass by them without petting them, they just look into my eyes and are like, yep, okay, we're basically dropping everything and just petting you. And they know that everybody else pets them for like, I don't know, 1 minute tops. My dogs know that I'm going to pet them for like 5 or 10 minutes straight. And then I'm trying to listen to my content and pet them at the same time using my both hands. And I've spoiled them because the expectation now is so high. So I'm like petting them for 2 minutes and then I have to go and they look at me like I've betrayed them. Like I have like I have ruined their lives. So they look at me like, what are you doing? You're the person who pets us long time. Don't you know your place? Get back here and finish your job. So again, I'm trapped. I'm been taken. I'm the slave. in this house. I don't know what to do.
Oh no. Anything but that. Thank you, Grease Monkey. And Nail Bunny says, I officially condone graffiti on subway lines or subway trains. Oh yeah.
Oh.
We can go just paint the lion and sun.
Wait. Okay. So let me be clear. YouTube, we are not promoting violating any laws, guys. Illegal stuff are bad. Abide by the laws. Okay. So this is a joke. We're joking around. Okay. So yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No one
don't do
go to
illegal
the
stuff.
F line in New York City, find that train, and do
no,
not paint. Do not do it.
Ali, stop it. Like YouTube's gonna figure it out. Don't do that. We're
Don't do anything
joking
like that.
around. Okay? Don't do anything like that. Okay, follow the law. Follow the law, everybody. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, No Bunny. And Don B saying, how many more targets in the south are there? How many radars do they have? How many? I don't know. They stopped saying radars, and now they're saying missile launch sites and drone storage facilities. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed if that was all that it was. But hey, the bright side, even though I am disappointed if these are all that the strikes were, the plus side, Don, is that I'm still happy that the Islamic Republic is getting its strength diminished, more pressure added on it, and more preparations for a potential ground invasion by the Marines. Those are the plus sides.
All right.
Alrighty, and with that, let me just double check. Yeah, that does seem to be the last of the strikes for today. So if anything happens, as always, I'll be live almost immediately, and on both channels. And yeah, I have my group discussion in actually 10 minutes. So if you guys want to head on over to the link in the description, we have a link in the description here that if you click on it, it's free to join. We have our open politics session in 12 minutes, literally. You can come talk to me. It's not recorded. It's not streamed. You can ask whatever you want. And I hope to see you guys there.
Guys, I'll put the link in the chat. And go talk to Ali. The link is in the QR code at the top left. The link is in the description. The link is pinned in the chat. The link is also, just go check it out. And Ali will be there. So this is our discussion group. And Ali has a group call pretty soon. If you guys want to go talk to him, you could just either click over here or just check the calendar and go talk to him.
Yes.
See? Over here. So this is his group call. And again, it's not recorded and it's free. It's free. So go there and talk to Ali and ask him questions or give him your opinions. Yeah.
All right. And with that, that is seeming to be all that's happened today. Actually, Armin, I did manage to find something. Hold up. Let me show you guys this.
Tehran, boom booms, Tehran, boom booms, Tehran, boom booms.
Trying to find a way to share that right now. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go. We've managed to identify the mysterious lights in the sky. It seems to be the Star Destroyer from the Empire.
What? Okay.
But on a serious note, what we're going to leave you guys with today is that I am personally almost 100% sure that if the strikes were just like this, they're just limited strikes, that is almost 100% guaranteed to mean that the blockade is coming back. The blockade hurts them a lot. The blockade actually hurts them more than explosions. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know, fine stress frustrations crack me up. To be honest.
What did they say?
No, it's okay. I don't know. Every time I see fine stress getting frustrated, she puts a comment that cracks me up. I know. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Firejack. We got that down to the Iraqi stuff. Yeah, they actually got one of the leaders of the PMF of the Hashd al-Shabi on the run right now. So that has implications that they're willing to target IRGC proxies there, not just Kataib Hezbollah, but yeah. So yeah, and then we saw someone, maybe Archir Pezeshkian, start flying to Russia right now. Maybe Ghalibov, who knows? The blockade should be back. I'm literally 99% sure the blockade's going to be back, because if this is it, these were the strikes. I mean, they weren't even as much as 3 nights ago. So yeah, we should get a CENTCOM statement soon saying that they were over. And with that, I will see you guys in 8 minutes in my group discussion.
Go join. Go talk to Ali. Yes. Go ask him your questions or just give him your opinions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And go also check the monkey if you're into American politics and the internal civil war between the different segments of the woke right. Yeah. All right, guys. That's us. Thank you, Ali. Ali, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always. Great job. Thank you, everyone else here, for being with us, especially to people who are liking, subscribing, commenting.
Yes, please subscribe. We're here every day. This is all we do.
Yes, subscribe. Yes. And then recommend our channels to your friends, to your enemies, to boys and girls and circles, to your pets, cats and dogs, fishes, anybody. Okay. And then just guys, these channels grow better with when you share it, right? So word of mouth is key. Just tell people that our channel is the best channel when it comes to analyzing this topic, which is true. It's true. So just tell people and then help us grow our channel. So thank you so much. And then until next time, I'm Israel Chai. Slava Ukraine. Cuba Libre. Long live America. Javicha. Payende Iran. See you guys tomorrow.